everyone.
Hot mics, Jack. Let us know that we're starting. We're talking
Hot mics.
Well, your mic was down for the show, but it was up in your ears.
Yeah,
that might be what it was. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Maybe muted for the thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Boy, we got to talk about your ears too.
look at my ear holes.
Look at your ear holes.
Look at
Barn
yourself,
burner
some of
logo.
these ear holes.
Look at that.
Oh, this will make Dean mad when I go side to side, and then he can't.
I know you're gonna. Then we can't hear you.
Talk to so about
How's the level?
It's a little hot.
Is it?
he likes his very
I
soft.
like it
as well.
soft.
Soft.
He likes his headphone levels like his butter.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
To get.
It's hard to find too.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
hard to find.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the show. This is a presentation of Bet365, the world's largest sports betting platform. Download the app. Love it. Got a workout the last few days. I'll tell you that.
It's been hectic.
If you haven't signed up already, then when you do, use the promo code NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And, of course, throughout the course of the show, we got the Super Chat. You come through on the YouTube chat with a little bit of a cash donation. We'll make sure that it goes directly to the Youth Centers of Calgary, and then we'll show your comment on the show, probably near the end.
Well, maybe
kinda
it's
how it's
topical
Unless
earlier.
you forget,
Yeah.
Dean. And
Unless I forget.
Then definitely
Jack.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. It's the 11th of February
the 11th day of the
solstice
Solstice.
here in the year of our Lord, 20th of 25.
Mhm.
Yes, the year of the snake, Dean. Great news in the Pinder Report.
Yeah,
But it's true.
the year of the it is. Yeah,
Year of
yeah,
the snake.
yeah.
Can't fight it.
Felt like last year for us was the year of the snake.
There's
too.
heavy snake.
Yeah.
But I told the Aussie, she corrected me very quickly.
Yeah,
That's right. No,
no,
it's not
it's not,
happening
eh?
this year.
How long is she? Is she still here?
Aussie Nan is here.
How does Aussie Nan handle the 14 hours, 16 hours, the long? That's heavy
hours
to get here.
It's a lot.
Oh, she gets
The
all
travel.
banged up at the airport lounge and then pops one of those sleeping pills. Oh, crocky, are we already here? All
Yeah.
right, Vancouver.
You gotta wake her.
Hey,
Gotta
mate.
wake her up.
Yeah, she's great.
Excuse me, ma'am. I was trying to sleep. Oh, we're here. 14 hours, just
She's
like
usually
that.
got a Pinot Grigio going by about noon, and she puts
Mm.
stuff to bed at 7.
Delicious.
Rolls out of the rack at 8 a.m.
Love
It's
it.
hell of a life.
Love it. Love it. Look at you. You got your Yeti going. You've got a haircut. You have your new headphones.
I'm busy.
In your monitor, Dean, please.
2020.
I know. I was going to say, well,
2025 is my year.
You're the snake.
you're the snake.
I'm a slither and prick.
Yeah, the year of the snake. I mean, why? Let's not. Don't bury the lead. You have your new in-ear monitors.
Is this the lead?
That's
how
all there is
busy we
today.
are
Yeah.
today,
Well, I mean, we did kind of show them off and then didn't talk about them.
It's
But you
true.
have in your ear holes your brand new in-ear monitors that have been provided by the good folks at the Hearing Loss Clinic. Old Rhodesy.
Rhodes.
Road team.
I think they were actually annoyed with me because they
Oh, people annoyed with
They
you.
molded them, and then they reached out, and you're part of the list too, I guess.
Yeah.
It's that I had about 6 contacts that reached out and said they're here.
Are you coming to get these things? Or? Yeah.
They're here for pickup.
Yeah.
Could you please?
Well, here's the thing. Are you using this or not?
Well,
That's what is that? Is that your?
He's got a day timer. It's
That's
year
why-
of the snake. He's going to be so organized.
look at this.
Okay,
Look at
so
all
what
that.
Come on.
Yeah,
Well, just
can't show him. Yeah,
Come on, just-
careful. Don't camera.
Look at this one. Sunday the 12th. Cook.
Cook, Matt.
Cook.
Cook.
Okay, wait. Now we're into February.
Okay,
right?
yeah, because that's where we are.
Now, where's my hop and Phil's at?
Oh,
I know.
Must have got the weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, we're wide open. A lot of availability.
Do you have pizza in there for today or anything?
Yeah, you got pizza. Bit.
Wings.
Eyes aren't as good as they used.
Oh,
Oh,
so
no.
a lot of availability there. That's
Oh,
good.
no.
You know what though? That's the way you want it.
Yes.
You want to be
Oh.
able to have some flexibility in your life.
100%. He's limber.
Don't want to be bogged down. But no, the hearing loss clinic, we talk about hearing aids and all that sort of thing. Then there's hearing protection.
Yep.
And then there's just if you spend, because you're a rock and roll guy,
Well, that's part of my year
Yeah.
2025.
you're a rocker and a roller, but you do have a job where you wear headphones on a daily basis. And you
White
are
snake. You're the white snake.
conscious of the volume level and that.
And they're so good that Jack could turn them down even more. But yes,
Right,
they're
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And I can't hear any outside noise. So all that pounding and hammering they were
Yeah.
doing on the street.
Yeah, stop the hammer.
Stop the hammering.
I wouldn't even notice if I'd have had these.
That could have saved that whole guy's day.
So these are like
Probably could've.
professional.
They are. Those are.
Kendrick Lamar was probably.
I could tell you this with full confidence. It's way more than we need.
Really?
Yeah.
They're treating you.
Yeah. This is very nice.
Rhodes's treating you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
this
Rhodes.
is incredibly kind of everybody at the hearing loss clinic to take
You're
care of
almost
this.
sheepish about it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Because you actually understand, and I'm
The
just
value of
like,
them, yeah.
"No."
Oh yeah, it's no, Travis and Sabrina, and then Travis, a great guy. We should get you those in-ear monitors. Like, we're on YouTube. We talk about poop
It's way
and
in the
snakes.
future.
I'm not sure that we need.
And poop snakes and snake
But
poop.
he's like, hey, no, this is great because people will be able to see them, and you guys will be able to use them, experience them, tell other people. Much like I did with the hearing aids. I'm getting mine, planning on going by today. I'm excited.
I was going to
Oh,
grab
good.
them for you, but they said it'd be great if Dean could pop in because
Right.
we'd love to get a picture.
Well,
of
people
him.
love me.
Have
Yeah,
a little
very
kibitz.
They
I'm
love
very-
how many weeks they've been holding on to these. Please, again, Mr. Molberg, if you
Well,
could swing by, that'd be wonderful.
He was fighting to stay home again.
He
this
was. I
morning.
know.
I
saw
have
him
a
angling.
window, guys, of kind of like -5 to +5. If it's on either side, I tend to stay home.
That's a tight
It's-
little window.
It's too hot today. Ooh, very cold today. It's in that minus to
But
plus.
again, like if you were, let's say, a postal worker, that would make sense to me. You're in climate controlled environments your entire day. You might have to walk
10
like
feet.
15 steps outside each side of this trip. That's what's scaring you off?
Well, Marta Loops, I mean, it's not great parking.
They really didn't
Much
improve the
better.
parking. They've got 3 or 4 spots across the street where they've said no parking.
Don't need it there.
No.
But there's no reason that I can deduct for.
You
Anyway,
just pop it right up on the curb
Anyway,
there.
back to
the point being 5 hearing loss location, clinic locations in Calgary. The new Chinook. Is that where you went to the new Chinook?
Mhm.
It's just so nice there.
Kitty corner.
Yeah.
Kitty corner.
The new
Kitty
sh-
corner. Jack, do you know what kitty corner means?
No.
Okay. Kitty corner to Chinook Center. Is it still called Chinook
That's
Center?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's the center.
And 5 locations in British Columbia.
What would Jack be
BC
doing if
for
we
you.
didn't save him by getting him a job? He doesn't
I
even know
know.
what kitty corner is. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
We should. I know what it is. I don't know why it's called that.
I don't either.
What is it?
It's like the opposite side of an intersection, diagonally across.
Diagonally.
It's not across the street. It's
diagonally.
kitty corner.
So,
Doot, doot.
trying to think what would.
If you were on the northwest,
No,
side of an
but I'm thinking
intersection.
give him some specifics because
Yeah,
direct. He's not going to know what north is or northwest.
Do you know what north is,
Yes.
Jack? Have you heard of north?
So like where the trop is. So kitty corner to the. Actually, I don't know what's kitty
It's a
corner.
residential house. It's a horrible
Some-
example. Yeah.
Anyway,
Three-way.
thank you, Travis and Sabrina. I'm excited to get mine. Pinder, you never even got fitted for yours, so
Never got invited by you turds.
you were invited. Don't lie.
We were looking for a date that worked for all of us, and the two of you found a date that worked for you, and away we went.
Yeah.
I make everything work. That's the difference. See?
I know you're a team player, Brett.
Right there.
Right there. You're the snake.
Gotta have some space, availability to get these things done.
How's
Fill
your phone
that up. How would I?
situation?
Not good.
Another crack on that?
I got 2.
Hearingloss.ca is the website.
Thank you.
In addition to your in-ear monitors, also just get a hearing assessment done. It's time.
Even more important.
Make yourself better in 2025.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great year for us, for all of us.
All of us snakes.
Well, if everyone's doing it, I don't want to.
You've already done it. You're good.
Oh, you're ahead. You're
No, I mean having a great year. How do I want to stand out?
You want to do the
Yeah.
bleeding goat?
I want to stand
For a
out. I
whole
don't want to
year.
just be part of
Ah.
the crowd.
already people have been in the chats. Hey, looking good. Look at Rat looking good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
look at that.
People are
got my
noticing
Army
the
green on and my new earplugs.
the intense efforts that you're putting in. What were we going to talk about? Oh, your phone. What's up?
Yeah, what's up with your phones?
That's 2 in the last 8 days.
It seems like a high number.
My phone last week, all of a sudden, this is not working correctly.
What's going on here?
It's not connecting to the Bluetooth, and I can't hear, and it's dropping. Go in, get it checked out. Seems to be working fine. Everything's good.
Right, Ron.
No, it's not. Then I'm like, wow, I'm gonna pay to have this POS fixed. I've got a phone. This is one of those. Well, you guys are too stupid to even know about it. But out there in the wide world of AI and intelligence and technology is this thing called information.
Okay.
And
Jack, have you heard of information?
have you heard of this, Jack? And this information stuff, they track you and take your information and your personal information.
Yeah.
Not on this bad boy.
No,
Not on this one.
they'll never find you.
No, unless they're tuned into
I
YouTube.
can scroll through whatever I want.
Incognito.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
Mm.
Well done.
But then it cracked and broke.
And then
too,
you
so I
dropped
gotta
it and cracked it.
So now you're back to the old
Yeah.
one.
Did it have the case on it when you dropped it?
Yeah.
You should, I mean,
You know what's funny?
We got to talk to someone at McLeod Law. These case companies are just full of it.
You know what's funny?
How many times is your
So,
phone broken with a
I
case on?
put my phone on the island at the house.
Mhm.
Don't recall seeing the crack or the smash.
Mm,
A kid walks by. Hey, Dad, what's your phone?
that happened to me once too, actually. Yeah.
Your phone is on the floor. Did you not see it here on the floor where
How's-
I saw it?
It wasn't
and
even on the
didn't move
floor.
it?
What?
How'd you do that?
How'd
Dad?
you break your screen, Dad?
What'd you do?
What'd you do, Richard?
I love that one. I throw it on the shelf.
That one is so.
What did you do?
It's so good.
He hasn't watched that movie.
Was that the car door?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. The gas
What'd you
station.
do?
What'd you do, Richard?
Ah, so good. Jack, do you know what?
We
talking
asked him
about?
already. It's his homework. He's got to see.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
There we go.
Tomboy is different one. Huh?
There we go.
I think he's just getting us off.
Hell of a show today, Dean.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Feels good.
A lot.
We're all here.
A lot.
Jack, how are you feeling? Because you've been
Yeah, I've been down in the dumps. I'm feeling good.
Sound
I still, yeah, I kind of sound like shit still, but
Yeah.
a little bit of cough,
yeah.
sniffles.
I do
but
feel
no.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
You're here
It,
telling me that now.
You realize this is Rhett's nightmare?
This
that
is
he
just
shows
it
up somewhere?
disgusts me.
I feel great. I'm just saying it. I just maybe need to have some more water. I'll keep drinking. I'll have some my coffee in that.
Well,
Mhm.
thanks for ruining my February.
But it's
Ruin the whole month.
you're
know what?
2025. You were doing so
Hey,
well.
You're wipe out all of the month. You're cooked.
Yeah.
Just a
So
daytimer.
good.
when did people
Clear the
learn?
month.
Just
No one made you come in today.
No, I was going out.
he was leaving the house.
I was leaving the
It's a
house
big
today.
day.
Today I was leaving. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You put pants on the whole thing, eh?
I did. Yeah, I did. Usually it's a pant-free zone, this show.
Mm.
Just commando style, but
Free
not
balls.
today. Not today. So tomorrow, the Four Nations, whatever it is, gets going.
Yep.
And we were talking before when the mics were on, but they weren't on. We were talking about the intense
The pre-show.
coverage.
coverage that is happening. We've
goodness.
got a lot of people. You know what they're doing? They're sitting down
Sitting.
and talking about it. We saw because wasn't Elliot sitting down with Kevin Bieksa,
Yes, and Army.
Colby Armstrong? They were sitting down
Oscar.
to talk about it.
Bunch of traitors.
Traitors.
Oh yeah. Bieksa?
There's some real. How's he a trainer?
Oh, because he's supposed to suck and be now we like
Oh,
him
I
'cause
see.
he's
Yeah, yeah.
Sucked us
Don't
in
make
on
me
hockey
go
nights.
liking you now.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's too late. You already like him.
What are some of the stories that are?
Ooh,
Do you want to walk us through
There's,
some of the hot topics? Here's Rhett's
I-
hot topics.
I saw one. Will Canada unleash their nuclear option?
yes.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
even think it was a question.
And I was like, whoa. I didn't like, was Trump threatening? What are we doing here? No, this is the hockey thing.
Oh,
And apparently the nuclear option has nothing to do with war, but putting McKinnon and McJesus on the same line at the same time.
Really?
It's not a question. It's a Team Canada will exercise nuclear option.
It's not if, it's when.
yeah. It's not a
Whew.
prediction. It's a spoiler.
I'm telling
Get
you.
ready for
That's
It's
what they're
coming.
saying.
it. Yeah.
It's coming, Trump. Suck it.
I saw there was a lot of disappointment, even haranguing, hand wringing.
Haranguing.
I like that word,
It's a
Dean.
good one.
Yeah. That here was Canada, out of all these countries,
Yeah.
all of them that are going to this tournament,
All
long
five
list.
or whatever.
out of all of them,
Yeah.
the country that had the biggest seeming issue with its goaltending was Canada.
Mhm.
And then what did they do?
Mhm.
They left Logan Thompson off the list, and he might be performing as well as anybody that could have gone to the tournament.
If not-
So you had problems in net, and then you had a guy and you didn't take him. What the H?
But the H is right. And they got Dikembe Mutombo on the team. I don't know why.
Because he's from Montreal.
Are the boards different
No,
there?
they're
and
playing
he's
in
used to them?
Montreal.
Is
He
that it?
knows the
He
ring.
knows where the hot dogs are.
What are you gonna do?
You'd
So
like a
that's-
Logan Thompson right now. You would.
Yeah, that's
Good
an
Calgary
issue.
boy.
Why fans, that's us,
Fans.
should expect competitiveness, urgency from the players at Four Nations.
Urgency. Urgent.
So don't think you're just gonna flip on a Monday night whole hum Hallmark special.
This
No.
isn't just like the Blues and the
Freaking going for it.
the Hurricanes on a Wednesday. This is gonna be some.
Yeah,
It's gonna be something.
No, I think the hockey will be good, but I do think our brethren.
we're not
in
done
the-
covering topics.
in the
I
media
also
are
saw
struggling.
John Cooper.
Coop.
Koopa Loop.
He's not ready to disclose who his goaltender is going to be for
Shut
game
the
one. He's
fuck
not ready to do it.
He's not in the giving away information business,
Nope.
just like Rhett with his secret phone.
That's
He's
right.
a stickler.
He's like, I don't want that info out there.
Yeah.
I don't want you seeing my browser history or my starting goalie.
No,
I don't want to see
you
you.
worry about it.
I hope you don't
Montreal.
see me pulling my goalie. I hope we're winning enough. I don't
Oh.
want you starting goalie, browser, you don't say anything. No
Yeah.
info for you.
I'm sure the Americans have some real, things that lots that they're going to go through.
Well, they're not buying into the fact that they're favored to win this football.
Depends where you look. I keep seeing that they're favored, and then I keep going to Bet365, which is the world's largest, I
It's the
believe.
largest, yeah,
And
best.
And I'm like, why is Canada got smaller odds if the Americans are favored to win? I'm confused by that.
Because it's America. America.
America.
And you can't shut the Swedes up. Talking about how great they are.
Yeah,
Yes.
Lindholm won't shut up. That's all we hear about.
Swedes love the
Yeah.
Swedes. Weird seeing Rasmus in yellow and blue. Saw him on the ice with
It's like his dad.
the Swedish gear on. It's like that's odd.
Yeah.
Wait till
So when he gets
to
traded to the
Nashville.
Saskatoon
The
Blades,
Nashville.
Blades would be good for them.
he'd be a good Blade. Overager.
Blades are battling.
Yeah,
Hope
yeah.
That Klimke boy got hit from behind.
Oh no!
Banged
Don't
up.
like that.
Did Wade look
Dirty.
blow his
cheap
top?
Prick.
And what's the story with the Finlandians?
They have a lot of injured defensemen, Dean. So many that they announced a guy to the team that nobody's heard of and has played less than 25 games in the NHL.
Yeah, I saw a
Brandon
name,
Evans.
and I don't know who that is.
He's the Brennan Evans of the Four Nations. That's right, Red.
I'm going to assume
Shout out
he's
Brennan
Finnish.
Evans.
Going to need to see your birth certificate. Where's your passport, son? We need to know where you're from.
If you haven't, they're not part of the EU, are they?
The Finns?
Yeah. No.
Oh, I wonder. It's a good question.
No, they don't want the Scandinavian countries in there.
Wonder how the guys that
Drunks.
I'm a Czech.
Yep.
I don't get to be a part.
Yeah, they're.
I'm a Slovak.
You know
Yeah.
what? They feel like shit.
What am I supposed
They
to
feel
do?
like shit right now.
They
Only
could have
because they're
added the
waking
Czechs
up
and the
on a
Slovaks.
beach hungover.
Yeah, that's true. They're
That's
probably
it.
good.
They
You
were
know
on
what you
the
feel for
boat.
is the pub owner in Prague. That's who's really struggling.
Yeah.
I don't worry about the players. They're going to be happily posted up at the swim up bar.
Would it have been that?
Czechs and Slovaks will be the next two.
Like, could you smush them?
Six nations?
Or does that
No,
just
they
think-
hate each other.
Yeah, I
Or
don't.
does that take away from the luster of this event?
Well, I mean, when the last time we saw quote best on best, they had the U23 team and they had Team Europe, and they were actually interesting teams, but the concept just screamed, "This is trinkety."
Team Europe, at least, is. I don't think you can go to those two teams, countries you named, and say, "Hey, you two play
Team
together."
up. Remember, it used to be Czechoslovakia. Team up together.
Yeah.
We're distinct and unique countries.
it's
right
a
now.
new world, guys.
That's right.
No, it would be those two countries, and then usually what you see is, obviously Russia would be in the mix if they weren't out of the mix politically. But the eighth team is always where we don't really have an eighth power. Sometimes it's Switzerland.
Just
Germany's been on the
Frickin'
rise.
Aussies would get off
Austria.
their asses.
Denmark, Kazakhstan. Like there's a lot of teams that theoretically could be the eighth team in a tournament.
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi. Belarus, perhaps even.
Oh, well.
So hence the four. The Six Nation Showdown. You could have included the Czechs and the Slovaks, but you'd be making fun of
Did
that.
I
just
bring
as
this
much
up
if you
already?
were.
Like, what teams are we? Did we do this?
Teams are we?
Oh, because there's four of
There's
us.
four of
You
us.
liked Swedes.
I think I ended up with the Canadians.
Yeah.
I got the Americans. Yeah.
And I've got the Finns.
Ooh, too bad for
How
you.
did we
I
get
actually
to
might
that
get. I
point,
might get on the
by
ice.
I
for them.
wanted
I can play a little D.
Scandinavian blonde
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Like
I'm hard drinking in the middle of the night
down
person,
in,
which
yeah,
the Finns
he's a
do.
stay up all night.
We are not done till the vodka's gone.
You're
You're just
lame.
wearing plaid.
Yeah. What? So, like, what is it in Finland? Is that where they do the
They like vodka.
saunas and stuff?
Yep. Sauna culture in the Nordic countries for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
They put the fisherman's friends in the vodka.
Mm,
And I've heard they put the lime in the coconut.
that's Mexico. It's not.
Damn it.
Not
What are you looking for?
Not a lot of limes up there.
I'm just seeing if
This
there's
is
any.
abnormal for you to be on.
What
your
other
phone.
headlines?
Usually
What
I
other
am.
headlines?
No,
do we
I'm
have?
looking for headlines. I'm looking for headlines. Just making sure we're on top of things. We'll get into the Pinder Report, which I know is great.
Always.
Yeah, which I know is great coming up. Just another reminder. Set it at the outset of the show. It's the 11th of February, Friday.
Man, it's coming up quick.
I know.
God damn it.
Valentine's Day, Vina Nova. I don't even need to go. I don't know how much.
You wasted yesterday, and we told you not to.
Don't waste the day. That's what Dean said to you.
Don't waste it. Today's a gift. Every day is, but here we are already into this one.
The present indeed.
Yeah. That's why they call it that.
Yeah.
Market Mall, parking, lab grown diamonds, Justin, Vina Nova, savings, victory.
Win Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. If it's this late, you're like, oh boy, I'm in trouble here because I don't have a plan yet. What we're telling you is if you go to Vina Nova, you've not only solved the problem, you've won, you've exceeded expectations. You can talk about setting the bar high down the road. That's a next year problem.
Yeah.
You're going to win Valentine's Day if you get there.
Yeah, don't think you're going to get a frickin' rezo. And
No. Oh yeah, that restaurant that books up 2 months out. Can I get in there? No, they're full.
Oh.
Shoot.
Remind me to bring that up once I'm done with this read.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking, well, it's Friday, you know what? It's probably Thursday
Yeah.
because Friday's the day.
yeah,
You
You
gotta be
may
ready.
want it Thursday.
Yeah.
Today's Tuesday. So
Mhm.
come on now. Market Mall, a brand new location. They opened November 1st. You can check out what they're all about on their website, vinanova.com. And it's lab grown diamonds. They are better quality, yet great savings. Some 75,
Oh, wow, that
80%
works.
what you're going to pay for the those
Dirty.
weird dig them out of the dirt. Is you really going to give that to
Just
somebody you
carrot?
love? I don't know. I wouldn't. Market Mall, Vina Nova. Get it done. VinaNova.com.
Restaurants that have a month.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. Was it maybe last week? Just thinking about there's a restaurant that we all like. And we had
Yeah.
actually discussed about the
The new menu.
Caprese with the,
Oh, yeah,
what they're
yeah,
doing
yeah,
there.
Get back to it.
saw his picture on the paper. there.
And this was a while ago. I said to her, like, wonder if there's think you can still get it on Valentine's Day for over there? There's no chance. Let's take a look. So we went into the old thing there, and you can do stuff online.
Beep, bop, boop.
Beep bop boop.
Check at the bar. You can get
You
two
can
top,
get
get
information.
table.
Yeah, she laughed out loud. She said, "Huh, no, it is done. No chance." She said, oh, actually, hang on. 1:30 p.m.
Oh, there you are.
It's not a bad.
Book it.
Lunch.
We're going for the full-on meal at 1:30 p.m.
well done.
Oh, crash and burn.
Yep.
Adams,
Say,
baby.
is that nap or is that bedtime?
Oh, it's bedtime.
really.
Yeah, why not?
Wow. You're like Nan.
Yeah.
Get a couple of Grigios in you and just shut her down.
And at first it was like, well, like, yeah, okay, I guess we could. I think we're both very excited for
This
it
is
now.
great.
Let's just go.
This might be like a total life hack. You've revolutionized things.
Yeah. Everybody else is going out for their things at
Yes.
6, 7:30.
Try to get
Kid
it.
activities.
Ride home then.
Yeah.
Why would you want to
No
have the place
traffic.
to yourself?
Yeah.
Although it feels like
Doesn't
that was the
look
only
like it.
Rizzo, so it's not going to be
I
that
know
way.
yourself.
But
Be a nice ambiance, Dean.
it'll get you out of bed in the morning. What are you doing today? Well, I got
Oh.
the thing in there. Oh, we're going for tag at 1:30.
Hi, Dom.
Holy sh!
So we'll make sure that show goes long Friday. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
Or just gonna take it
Oh.
off.
I'll be doing the Warner. Just close the laptop and just leave. Is he gone? Oh, he's gone.
He's
So
oh,
we'll
he's
just
gone.
do it that way. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of things you gotta keep in mind for Friday.
Rhett's note
Are
is
there
always
other
the
things?
heartfelt note.
Yeah, wasn't that your thing? If you don't know what we talked about VNO,
Not for Valentine's. We're not a
That's
Valentine's.
anniversaries?
We're not a Valentine's.
that's right. But anniversaries, you are.
We're getting screwed on all
Get
this.
a pen and a paper and
Just write it out.
just write it out.
Bag of mushrooms and
Shiitake?
What does that do? Yeah. Does that
Good for cooking.
how does that affect one's performance? Perhaps.
Oh, you'll be seeing all kinds of dimensions you've never seen before. Yeah,
Really.
talking.
Right in the mix.
My phone made a sound.
Yeah, it did. Can you just buy those anywhere now? Those?
No, yeah, they're still kind of gray market.
Yeah. So what do you got to do?
What?
Just go on the internets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure you're using Rhett's phone so they're not onto you.
Oh, not cooking mushrooms?
No.
Well, mushroom soup.
You probably could if you
mushroom
wanted.
soup, didn't you?
Yeah, you probably could.
Zoomy zoom zoom.
Yeah.
I was talking about mushroom soup.
Yeah, you were.
I have some questions for you.
I think
For
it sucks.
you or us?
Well, for you two, and maybe Jack, but I don't know.
Jack doesn't know any of this
Yeah.
stuff.
Idiot.
God damn it.
And part of it was, I know Elliot brought it up. What are the
Wait, what? Elliot brought it up with you?
No,
Oh, yeah, it's around there.
on Saturday. Just the Mikko Rantanen thing.
Mhm.
Marty Necas has fit in quite nicely, it seems, with Colorado.
Sure has.
Yet I think the hockey world looked at Colorado and said, "How could you do it?
How
This is
could
Mikko what are you guys doing?" Now Rantanen has gone to Carolina. He has played 6 games, has 1 goal and 1 assist. Not an immediate fit. It's not like he's become a bad player. I think he's also he got injured before the break here, lower body something or other.
Skated with Finland yesterday, but a little dinged up and snake bitten too. He's had chances, just hasn't buried them. Is kind of the word.
Is there any possibility? It's tough because you've got this 2-week break and then the deadline's right there. But with Tulski, and I would think you're going to try and get him signed. Is there any way that they say, you know what, pivot?
I would.
I think there's a very real chance that they don't re-sign him nor trade him because they're just in that window to win, and cap space is as much a weapon as anything else. When you look at guys like Marner being available this summer, amongst others,
But it would.
the flip is possible, but like they're still contending.
Mhm.
So who are you trading Rantanen to, and what are you getting back? Because the contender is going to give you young players and picks, right?
But the reason
Why does Rantanen have to go to a contender?
Well, that's the type of teams that should be shopping for him when he's walking into UFA. Although, to your point, if you feel like you can ink him,
I think that's
anyone should want
I
him.
think it's the exact opposite. Mikko Rantanen is a player that every team in the league should want, and if you're the Calgary Flames, you should try to sign him.
Yeah,
Or trade for him. Like,
we're prepared to give you all the money,
how much is all?
whatever it is,
14?
14.
right? That would be your.
I started to
message.
wonder if he's a $14 million player, and I know it wasn't a popular opinion, but
Chicago
Chicago will pay him 14 for sure. He's got
Chicago should pay him 14.
100%. They should. Yes, they got no one expensive. They've got no skill. They got Ryan Donato playing with Bedard. It's a 4th liner the last decade.
To answer your question, well, do you want more to finish?
Well, I just think there's a very real chance the Colorado Avalanche knew Mikko Rantanen was a very good player, but not a superstar, because they see him play with Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar for the vast majority of his minutes. And they said, we could probably get 90% of Rantanen or more at 2/3 the cost.
I
And
don't.
maybe it doesn't play out that way. And these are very small samples we're looking at.
They are.
And Marty Necas has fit in seamlessly, and you've got to allow Mikko Rantanen some time to fit in. But the team that knew Rantanen the best made this decision. That's always what I think about in these deals.
I think it was calculated, but there was huge risk to it. You knew what you had. So whether Rantanen or I can't say the guy's name,
Necas.
is better or worse or 90% or huge risk. You had 3 superstars
Mhm.
in Colorado that could win you Stanley Cups, and you decided it's fine. Not my decision to make. Just it's a huge risk that you
What's
took.
funny,
Has it worked out so far?
yeah, and it doesn't matter. We'll be measuring these deals in the spring when playoffs and games that matter. Like the Avs are in a wild card. It's not like, well, look what Marty Necas. No, it's a good start. They didn't want to pay Rantanen the number, And they may or may not have good reasons for that, whether it's an internal cap, whether they think his numbers are inflated from McKinnon, whether they're worried about a Makar extension down the road. Marty Necas is playing so well, he might be asking for a Rantanen type number in a couple of years.
Well, and to your
he's
point,
got another year left on that deal, but then he has to get paid.
to your point about the Avalanche knew
They're not the
Rantanen
players.
better than anybody.
Yeah.
Carolina also knew Necas better
Yeah,
than
and he
anybody
was
else.
the
They were
squeaky wheel.
they were pretty prepared to move on from
Yeah,
him for a
well,
while.
he was a third liner a year ago, and his dad made a bunch of noise. That's what happened there, right?
If I remember correctly, that cap stuff came out just after.
Yep.
Would that have changed Colorado's approach?
I don't think it was way off what teams were sort of planning for, but when you see it,
Why did everyone in the media make it sound like,
oh, no, it wasn't what it was. It was confirmation of the speculation we've heard for a while.
oh,
confirmation
Of
the speculation.
we've heard. We'd heard that the cap will be
make sure that's
around
cut
110 million in a couple of years, and it ends up being a little more than that. What, 114 and a half, 114? But until we've
That's
always
a
heard,
lot
oh,
more
cap's
than
growing, cap's growing, and then, oh, well, then this happened. Well, then that happened. It's finally locked in 3 years. It doesn't matter what happens. Pandemic, huge new streaming deal, nothing changes. They're locked in stone for 3 years. So teams would have internal budgets for where the cap would be, but now everyone's working with hard numbers.
If there's a pandemic, it'll change.
Well, I mean, they've locked in, but yeah, they'll just take the money back.
And the other thing we heard is how teams were all butthurt. Well, did they shop this player? Was that we didn't know this was going to happen? If Tulsky and Carolina looks at it, can we pivot? Get it? We don't know if we're going to sign him. It hasn't been an immediate fit. Is there somebody else out there that we can insert and not sewer our chances this year? I think it's very slim.
I agree. It's possible, though. Yeah.
I still think that the Canucks were part of the problem.
Yes, the Carolina Hurricanes were in on what sounded like a Pettersson or a Miller deal, and they looked at the package of players that Vancouver was asking for and said, you know what? If we just spice this up a little, we can go to Rantanen, who's younger and better than both the other two.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good move, Tulsky.
And Colorado's probably going, well, if we're not sure what's going to happen with Rantanen, and we think we could get it, the guy from, I don't want to say his name.
Necas.
Well, if Vancouver makes that trade, he's gone. So now we're stuck.
Well, yeah, and oh, you didn't shop him. Like, does it look like the return's light? No, Necas looks unbelievable.
And
right?
I always wonder about the owner there too. If Dundon is looking at things and saying, well, we want to win this year. We made this trade.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's not been great, and we're not going to sign him. He's not a guy that overpays.
Yeah, I worried about their ability to sign him right from the get-go because they've never paid anyone. Like, it took an offer sheet for them to pay Aho. They screwed Rod the Bod to take way under market because he didn't want to leave. They don't pay goalies, which is probably more of an analytics philosophy on roster building, but they just don't pay anyone. And so when the Avalanche, who have been comfy paying stars, are saying, nah, and Carolina picks up a guy, like, I don't think he's long for Carolina. Maybe this is the guy they blow the doors off for, but it's not the start that's winning them over. It's not like he's been undeniable. You got to give this guy $14 million.
Because they also just did the Gensel last year.
Yeah, and they didn't
Traded
pay him.
for him, didn't pay him. He played well for them, but it didn't work.
Yeah, and when you say work, it's like you probably have to win a cup.
Well, that's what I mean.
Right?
The ultimate goal is
like he was a good fit. It was a good trade. They didn't give up a first. All they gave up was like seconds and thirds and B prospects. And then who's that dope they got back in that deal that used to play in Toronto? I want to say
Bunting.
Thank you. Yeah, like that. So that's a deal for Tulsky. It's easy to make because he didn't give up anything valuable, and he gets the cap space back anyway. This one's a little different because Marty Necas is looking like a really, really good player that you had team control on for another year.
Yeah, another year of him.
That's 6.5, which was a steal. He's top 10 in league scoring, if I'm correct.
I have another player I want to ask you about.
Oh, for Christ.
How'd that go? Was that okay?
Is that very hockey?
I didn't want to.
We mixing a food question?
I thought you were throwing to the Pinder Report and we could leave and go eat.
I couldn't get into eating.
I mean, I don't have to do it today, I guess.
Save it. We got to let
it's your world, Dean.
There'll be no games to react to tomorrow.
One question,
Dean.
Sorry, guys.
One hockey question. Guys, lose it. How dare you?
What are you doing, man?
You tell me there's a week
Stay
off.
home if you're going to act like this.
Go home.
Mod Medical Clinic.
Speaking of Valentine's Day.
Goodness. That's what I was saying. Are you prepared?
Get in there.
BeAroused.ca, the Mod Medical Clinic. Optimize your sexual function. That's not just your sexual function. It's just be a better man. feel better. Less aches, less pains, less going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, less having to pop blue pills or whatever it is when the time is right. Pelvic floor strength, hips, lower back.
Yep.
BeAroused.ca. They're prepared to work with you. It's kind of just men's health on a kind of on a wide scale. And we talk about, the
Performance.
sexual performance, because I think we all like to perform.
Seems like fun.
We all like
People
to,
tell me it's a good time.
Yeah, you like to. If I'm going to put on the gear and go play, like to play well,
Play to win.
right?
Here to win.
If we're going to play, we may as well win.
Now, do you want to finish second? No, different.
Pelvic floor physiotherapy is where it all starts. And I didn't know a lot, but I said before, you're starting to see this now. Oh, pelvic floor, this and that. The Mod Medical Clinic has been in front of this for years.
Talk about this.
Helps men with incontinence, sexual performance, hip and lower back pain, assist the stabilization of the core to optimize mobility. That's the other thing. As you get older,
Getting in and out of the rig.
I don't want to
Holy
be.
Christ.
Do you want to slip and? Do you want to be?
You got bad hips, you'll have a broken hip.
No
If you got
good.
You don't want to
pelvic
fall on your
floor.
hip. That's for sure.
Next thing you know, you're falling and hurting yourself, and no good. It's about 2025. Let's be better men.
Mhm.
Let's get over the fact. Oh, it's kind of a silly, sensitive subject.
Little
No, it's
taboo.
not.
Taboo, Dean. Not anymore. Not in 2025. It's the year of the snake.
Not in 2025. What is it? We need to remove the taboo. That's right.
Get rid of it.
About sexual health. It begins here. Book a consultation at bearoused.ca. They've got ViaSure. It's kind of, you know what? The Bocox.
Oh, cucks.
It's a little on the nose, but it's pretty clever. You know?
It's not hard to figure out what it is.
It's like, you know what we should call it? Bocox. Oh, that's funny. Well,
I actually kind of like that.
if you want something where there's no, what is it? Kind of clear what it is.
Mhm.
And it's more than just that. It's safe. That's the thing about all of this. It's all safe. It's probably more.
Safer than you walking around like a deadbeat.
That's right.
That'd be
Optimize your life in the bedroom and the bathroom. Educate yourself. Be strong. Be a better man. That's not their tagline, but it just
That's
feels
yours,
like that's
dude.
what it is. That's what I'm getting from it.
be a man.
Be a man. Be a man. Man, I really wanted to ask you that other question. But
Go ahead.
I'll do it tomorrow, I
We
guess.
can skip
Well, that's
over
the
it.
time.
If we don't like the question, we won't answer it. That's how we roll.
It's a really good one, though.
We'll play the
Well, I
fifth.
shouldn't. No,
What time is
It's
it?
teasing us.
It's 11:06,
No,
and
we're
we
probably
started quite a
fine.
bit late.
See you, buddies.
We're 30.
If you think you can come up with another question for tomorrow, then you use this right now, Dean. Because God knows we might not be here. Shit could hit the fan.
Yeah.
Because today's a gift.
That's right, Dean.
What do they call
It's
it?
the 11th.
That's why they call it the present.
Thank you, Dean.
I don't get it.
Also, it's the 11th. He's right as well.
11.
You're both right.
You don't get a sleeve?
Didn't get one today.
Why? Bring
They didn't give me one. Drive through.
It sits in the old cup holder. That's probably fine.
But chilly, eh? Gets cold in a hurry. You know what I've noticed
Hey,
is I bought, because it's cold out, I bought some gloves. You want to have some gloves,
you definitely want some gloves. You didn't have any gloves? Or was it just time,
time for a new
gloves?
pair,
Okay.
right?
Because you're
Treat
outside
yourself.
working so
I'm
hard all
outside
the
so
time.
much.
Mhm.
Built for the wild.
So I bought some gloves, and while I was there, I said, you know what would be a good dad? I'll buy the boys a pair as well. So it's funny. I bought 3 pair.
You have none?
I have 0 pair.
I was going to say, that's a bad move.
I'm looking, where's the,
We have 100 pair. No one has any.
how did,
And now there's going to be missy-matchy pairs,
Oh,
and right hands missing, and all kinds of nonsense.
I don't know how that math works,
Those
but I thought of it this
lummoxes.
morning. I bought 3 and I have none.
What'd you learn, Dean?
I don't know what the,
I know what you learned. You should be learning.
Hmm.
Don't buy shit for lummoxes.
I guess. Yeah, it's if I bought
If you
one.
kept one pair in your truck,
Get
Oh,
that
jeez,
string
wow.
thing.
the string.
The string
Shit
through
music.
your jacket.
Yeah, you're yeah.
If you left those in the console of your truck, you'd still have your pair.
Yes.
You
The
can't
hell's
let the
wrong?
kids
It's not
get
like you're in the
involved.
backyard cleaning up dog turds.
No, I'm not doing
There,
that.
you- so
No, there's
Should
close.
be.
where are you wearing them? In your 15 steps from the house to the
Yes, that's correct. and the mall parking lot.
There is again, there is some running around. I was in Okotoks last night.
What?
I know.
What are you doing in Okotoks?
I got
You gonna be the mayor?
Hey, he's just yada-ing this. What the hell were you doing in Okotoks?
same thing as last Monday. The daughter's got a ringette thing every Monday down there, so we gotta.
Oh,
Felt like
you're
a
one
big
of those high
Kijiji
flirting
heist, eh?
pricks.
It's
eh?
hard.
Fancy
Yeah.
hot ringette school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about $149 for
Mhm.
8 sessions or something. We're
Okay,
really
good deal.
we're finding a way though. We are finding a way. Yeah, I just if I'd have bought one pair, I'd have it right now.
Yes,
They'd be sitting right there.
that's the lesson.
But I
I've
bought
learned.
3.
Shoveler hasn't learned that yet either.
No,
Toques, gloves, all that stuff. The more the
Right.
merrier, except that just means that
Shigo.
when you lose one,
Yeah.
I'll grab another, and then you lose that one.
Mhm.
Well, there's lots.
Yeah, I got so many. I don't really need to take care of this.
Yeah.
There's just
Yeah.
more sitting at home.
I don't know.
Also decided we need to bring back the F I'm old because I'm just seeing things again today
It's
as
just the
I'm
whole show. These
as
days.
I'm leaving to go to come here. School buses are going picking up kids.
just.
Oh,
Can I press pause for a moment here?
Don't say something offside.
Does Jack know what FM old is? Because you can jump right back on the
I think
story.
he does.
It's kind of like Bocox. It's kind of right on the.
It's right on the
it is-
nose,
it is
yeah.
what it is.
It's just observations
The nose,
that
or
we're getting older. There's a girl, like there's more than just one, but this one girl wearing no gloves, no toque, no nothing. It's
She
just
lost
kind of
them like you.
Hoodie.
and it's like so you've got these pants on that aren't really pants. It's there's like skin from just below the knee down to the ankle, just bare
Yeah.
legs.
Perverted.
Calf
prick.
high.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
Guys?
you don't want to expose skin in this weather.
Not perverted. It was not one of those things. It was so you not only don't have a toque or gloves
Or
or
a jacket.
or a warm enough jacket, you've got a hoodie and bare skin showing. What are we doing?
Wim Hof.
Don't think that.
Cold weather therapy.
She's not air
Yeah.
plunging. I don't think. This is just a dumb team.
I have done that.
And she's frozen. So you're an idiot.
Who could have seen it coming?
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Well,
That's what I told her, and then drove off.
I love it when you roll down the window.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I told this story years ago where this dopester was walking in the crosswalk,
F
had his
old.
music on, just sauntering,
Yeah.
like scared the shit out of him. Oh, what?
Yeah,
Hurry up!
yeah.
Rolled the window down, gave him a piece of my.
You tell him, Red.
Let him know.
Yeah.
Gotta let him know. Jack,
Jack, I'm old.
F, I'm old. Hey, Jack,
Hey,
do
Dean.
you know who Buster Douglas is?
I know Buster Rhymes.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not
Close.
Buster Rhymes.
Close.
Buster Douglas, no.
He was
No.
a face puncher, Jack.
It was 35. I saw it was 35 years ago today
Yeah.
that he beat Mike Tyson.
I was in Plenty, Saskatchewan.
I was
How
in
much?
Plenty.
Plenty, home of Kelly and Brad McCrimmon.
And they're having a thing out in that area. Is it Dodsland? I
Maybe
believe it's out there.
I believe it's called
The
God's
alumni's
Country.
going out there.
they have a thing going on in Dodsland. What kind of thing?
Like a
Reunion of sorts.
yeah.
Celebration.
I don't know if it's the McCrimmons
Is
are
it a-
definitely
Is it a clown bake?
involved.
What
I listen.
It's not a cup party because they don't have it anymore.
First
Not yet.
cup I ever see. Ever tell you that story? Great story.
Tell us.
My best friend growing up, his dad was the principal in Plenty, Saskatchewan,
Yeah.
where the McCrimmons are from.
Yeah.
Right.
I was out there for the graduation ceremony, hanging out with my bud. And so I was at the ceremony, and the one and only Brad McCrimmon was speaking. Happened to be sitting right in front of me, had his arm around his wife, and on his hand, the ring.
Bling.
And I,
Yeah.
Whoa.
beast, as a snow. Here, kid,
No.
take a look.
So Rhett turns and just runs as fast as
Then
he
I
can.
didn't get anything like it in my
I was
life.
gonna say, and that's where the jinx.
The curse.
I touched.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Barf. God damn it, Beast.
Really sorry, Rhett.
I could have had 3 of those things.
Beast
if it weren't
also
for
told
Brad.
my agent that I was lazy and
Yeah.
Never turn out.
Is that right?
Kind of right.
Damn.
Kind of lazy.
Little bit lazy,
Little
little bit unfit.
Little unfit, maybe.
He's been slid down to the 7th defense in that Schweden today.
Really?
Because Gustav Forsling was ill yesterday, but returned to practice today. Panthers defenseman for Team
F
Sweden.
that guy.
Rasmus,
7th D.
healthy.
Could be.
Really?
You'll find out tomorrow.
See, this is good tonic for Flames fans and for all of us. Don't overvalue what. Oh, we're just going to get this. We're all guilty of it.
It's also, don't say that, oh, we got all the cap space in the world. Give this guy 9 sheets a year for the next 9 years. 8, whatever it is.
Trade his ass out of here, Conroy.
Damn it, Jack. Where's
it's a
my
good blue line.
soundboard?
Yeah, where's
Did
your
not
sound?
play
Come on, Jack.
Come on, Jack.
What's
Jack, what the
happening?
hell?
9.
Come on.
How's that my fault?
He's the 7th defenseman, not the 9th.
Oh, 9 million.
You said 9 years.
No, 9 million.
Can't do 9 years.
Can't.
I mean, he's got 1 year left.
He's got 1 year
plus an
left,
8-year
so if you give him an
extension.
8,
I
then
know
it'll be
what
9.
you're
Oh, fuck.
9.
God, jeez. See, being here, I'm all kind of.
Brett's mad. You're cursing again.
It's out of the house.
The house is better.
Are we shocked by this? It's Gustav.
They got a good blue line.
Let's hear it.
Well, I mean,
Well,
Jack
we
could,
can't get the lineup.
we have the lineup. Settle down. Jeez.
They release them
Not in-
once an hour.
Not in the year of the snake.
One team had practiced
Can't
and
do it.
actually shown their lines, and I had the audacity to put it on the show yesterday
Yeah.
before the other 3 teams had
Yes.
practiced.
Exactly.
Snake. The blue line, like there's Ekholm, there's Forsling, there's Erik Karlsson,
But there's a hippo almost getting out of its enclosure.
Looks like he's real good.
Hedman,
Top
Brodin,
4.
Dahlin. Well, that's until today's skate. So
What?
Rasmus was skating with Dahlin. Forsling has come into that spot. Ekholm and Karlsson are 5'6", and they have the other Karlsson skating with Rasmus as a 4th pair.
What's happening?
I would go home to
Mexico.
Turkey.
I thought John Carlson was American.
Yeah, different one there. Yeah.
Hmm.
Eric Karlsson didn't make the American team. Johnny.
So now, it is kind of we're having fun with it.
No, that's a really good group.
But to be like, if he is, it's a very good D group. But
Yes.
if he is truly 7th in the eyes of the coaching staff, do we overvalue
No.
what he is?
No, I think they're.
Because if you took any of those guys, I don't want Erik Karlsson, but the rest of them, I'd take.
Yeah, Carlson's going to suit a role there that Rasmus doesn't play. He's
Put that back
PP1.
up, Jeff.
Just like Jonas Brodin is going to be your shutdown, stay-at-home defender, which Rasmus is not. I'd have Rasmus over him as well. It's just that, you're building different pieces of the puzzle here. Like Dahlin, great player. Ekholm, maybe the best trade Ken Holland made in 5 years. Hedman, superstar. Brodin, great defender. Karlsson, great power play defenseman. Forsling's been excellent in Florida. I don't see it as some huge indictment.
Okay. I'm just asking.
If you can't make Team Finland, now we're fucked.
I'm just asking.
Was that your question?
No, that was not the question. But just
Spontaneous question. We're getting over questioned here.
with all of the
Feel like
trades that have happened with involving the Flames,
Mhm.
we've been over our skis on pretty much all of them.
Not true. The Lindholm deal, they got way more than we ever.
I'm talking about what we were expecting or thought was
Correct.
going to happen.
They got more than I thought.
Only you fight that battle about the Lindholm.
You really do.
Well, because they did really well in that. I didn't like the Tanev deal at all. The Hannafin one, we'll see where the pick ends up. I thought they did well in the Toffoli deal when we look back at it.
But you're forgetting what you were going to. You said we were going to get in return for these guys.
We thought it was going to be a first for Toffoli.
We thought it was going
Yep.
to be
It'd be a first for 10.
King's ransom.
Right, but when you take
That's
Igor
all I'm
Sharon
saying.
and Govich, that doesn't mean it's not a first.
No, listen, that's all I'm
Like,
saying
it was
is what we thought going in. And then when the trade happened, we
Right.
were like, oh, that's not.
And so what I thought they would get for Lindholm was a first, a prospect, and a
You
player.
don't need to be just. I'm not saying we were right or wrong. I'm just saying that we have done that in doing this show. We've kind of, oh, geez, it's kind of, it's maybe a little underwhelming.
Zadorov was late, Tanev was late, Hannafin we'll see. I think they did well on Toffoli and Lindholm. That's my opinion on them.
So one out
It's
of
a mixed bag.
Again, you didn't think they did well with the Foley deal till Sharon Govich came in.
No, I remember being on a rooftop in Nashville and saying, like, until we know what Igor Sharon Govich is, it's going to be really hard to
Wow.
measure this thing.
He knew. Is what he's telling
I
me.
did not know. That's exactly what I said. Is like how are we going to grade this
So
thing? We don't know what the
So
player
your
is.
approach was, I'm not going to give an opinion.
No, we'd weigh it in, but it's like it really, if Igor Sharangovich is not in the league, that's a disastrous loss. If he's a top
I
six
still
forward,
think
that's a huge win, and he might or might not be that.
But you know what I'm saying.
I think
I know
you're
what you're
bullshitting
saying.
yourself as to what you thought you were getting in return.
I understand what you're
Sharangovich or
saying.
not. I still think you thought, as good as Sharangovich has been for them, you still thought going into those trades you were going to get buttloads more.
I thought they were going to get a first. Now I don't know that.
That's all, and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I don't know that that a late first is any better or worse than Sharangovich
Right.
at this point.
No.
Because keep in mind, that's not what I did. The trade work out is not the point I'm making. I'm just saying when we are getting ready for trades, well, here's what we think. Well, what's it going to be? It's going to be a first, and this. Ooh. To the point being,
Okay, so-
are we overvaluing
So then
Rasmus Anderson's value?
here's the counterpoint.
There's no counterpoint. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Okay. So
Let him know.
context. What did you think the Penguins would get for Marcus Pettersson? Because I think that matters.
I didn't even know he was on like a zero.
And so if you see him,
Because the point is, again, Ryan, the point is we're in Calgary talking about Flames players. It would be like asking Pittsburgh reporters what they thought they were going to get for Pettersson in Pittsburgh.
yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that the each year the market's a little different. There's not a lot of sellers this year. I think it's a good time to sell.
The cap number is a big part of the Rasmus thing too.
Cap helps, and the cap going up also helps because it allows teams to say, "Geez, we can extend this guy, no sweat." But yeah, like every year's a little different. We see firsts flying around some years, other years nobody gets rid of them. Draft classes are stronger and weaker. Some years there's more sellers, more buyers. Like it's just, yeah, it's a market that changes.
If you had to guess today, what is the outcome with Anderson?
Mhm.
Traded, re-signed, walk as a UFA.
I think that the Flames are going to get shit pumped over the next 2 weeks when they come back, and I think they're going to start to look at moving guys.
My fear is that they do extend him, and not because he's not a good player, but because I don't think he lines up really well for when I think this team will be competitive.
Still don't buy
But
it.
what do you think
I
they
still
will
don't
do?
understand.
That's my fear is that they'll
Okay.
do that. I think they will. I hope that a losing skid like the one Rhett's talking about happens because you might start to look out, pull the zoom out a bit more and say, do we really want years 30 to 37 of a guy
I still
or a
have to-
nice pile of young assets? Now, again, we don't know what the deals are,
Yeah.
but we can only speculate that if Pettersson was worth what he was worth, Anderson would be worth a lot more given the lower salary, the extra year of term, the fact that he's a better player.
What'd they get for him?
Well, they got a first.
A first rounder and some stuff.
First is
And then I don't know how you view Benny Desharnais. They took him off. Is that a cat? Is that a salary dump?
Yeah,
is
I
that
don't
a
know.
plugger? Like
You
it's
can-
kind of like the Kuzmenko part of the Lindholm deal. Like is who's benefiting who here by taking it? And when he scores 40, you're like, oh, it's a huge win for the Flames. Then when he's benched, you're like, oh yeah, that was a cash dump for the Canucks. Like he's a fringy guy.
Yeah.
What number do you want him at? If you okay, I don't want to trade you, or I don't want to overpay you. So if I have to overpay you, I'm going to trade you.
So the cap will be $105 million that year, first year of his new deal.
That's not okay.
And so that just matters for context because if you're talking in today's
All right,
salaries,
context.
it's going to be like you almost have to
Percentage
add
of cap.
20%,
Sure.
15%.
I know, but what's he keepable at?
Well, yeah, if he was a free agent this summer and teams were lining up, or like last summer, because that's the pricing.
What is he keepable if you're Craig Conroy?
I think if you can get him under 9, that's probably something that Craig would be happy with.
Okay, so 8.5.
Yeah, I think you take that. If you're trying to sign him, that's a number that you can live with.
Because the other part of it is too, even if you're still on the fence, can you try and sign him? It doesn't mean he's probably gonna have
Always
no
try.
trade clause, but
They
doesn't
get the
mean,
full no
what the-
moves, and then
This
the
is no,
term
so
scares
which
people.
no trade clauses?
well, it's not as though, well, we've signed him now. We've got him for the
a
full
no
duration
trade
of this.
clause affects going to Calgary, not leaving
I-
Calgary. And I think that's even changed.
Here's the thing: the player's going to have all the leverage here. They got tons of cap space. They publicly talked about wanting to resign him and not trade him. He likes it here, and they've been much more competitive.
Why isn't that important though?
All that's important.
But you're ready to cut bait.
No, I think
Yes, you just
It's
said-
age.
it's age.
You're and that's
Yeah.
fine. That's the
And
question I'm
so-
asking. I don't actually agree with you because it's
It doesn't mean he won't be really good for the next 3-4 years, but I'm worried about
What's a fourth or what's a sixth defenseman? I know I'm interrupting you, but what's a sixth defenseman right now worth? Like, and don't say the Flames
$1.5
sixth
million. I don't
defenseman
know. Like sixes don't get paid really.
Yeah, I would like
on a good core.
2.
So that'll go up.
Yeah, but if it's
Not
up
that
15%, it's like it's 2.5, 2.25. Like it's still cheap as cheap. What you don't want is Rasmus Andersson being your 4th or 5th best defenseman and getting and then these guys come up for contracts like Perrick or let's say a Muse.
That's
or
the
a
problem I
Bristevich.
have with your. I not a problem, but I hope you're right. I hope those guys are so good they're pushing everyone out. I don't think re-signing Rasmus Andersson has any effect on Perek making the team or not.
Not making the team. It's more the fact that you're like, shoot,
that you're in a bind.
we have to pay some guys coming out of
but
entry
who
level.
are your defensemen that you're paying? You have like
Perrick could theoretically be on a second contract in 4 years.
okay.
And so that's right when Rasmus, it's going to be like, okay, you're 33 now. We're starting to see this a little bit less every year it's not necessarily perfect straight line, but you don't expect the 34-year-old to look as good as he did at 27. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare. Like, we saw with Gio. It'd be hard to come up with more examples than
Gio never played a
on one
playoff
hand.
game, so he wasn't really.
And I'll say
shot,
this: we talk a bit about guys, how many kilometers are on the chassis. He's going. Rasmus doesn't strike me as a guy who's going to age particularly well.
I agree.
Jay Bouwmeester,
yeah,
guy could skate.
Effortless skaters
He's
will
going to-
age better,
right?
Yeah, I agree. I just think if this team was a little further along in their competitiveness, and not where they are in the standings, but just in terms of where the core is, I think it makes a lot of sense. But I'm expecting Backlund to be a little bit less effective next year. Coleman a little bit less effective. Uyghur a little bit less effective.
Worse.
Anderson a little bit less. Like, just when guys get past 30, I'm not saying they're going to fall off a cliff and be unhelpful, but like, I don't think Blake Coleman's going to score 30 in this league.
JT Miller doing?
JT Miller's 32, and they couldn't get a lot for him because of the contract. That was the fear.
Why did they have to? No.
That was why they didn't get a lot. I mean, he controlled it with the no move, but the fear was
So they
there's
wouldn't have
5 years
traded
left.
him. There wasn't. They wouldn't move off him because he was a star at 32 in Vancouver. The reason they traded him was because of the shitstorm that was going on in the room. And the value of
you
the
misinterpreted what I'm saying. I'm saying the reason they didn't get a haul for him was the contract he had left.
But they would not.
No
They wouldn't have been
way.
looking to trade him.
They wouldn't have looked to trade.
No. They had to trade him. We get that. My point is, if you looked at how good he was last year, you would have thought you got a king's ransom for him.
No,
They didn't.
Rhett's point is that he's 32, and based on just
He's
the
playing
player,
great.
you wouldn't have been looking to trade him because you're very
Right.
happy
No,
with
I
what
agree
you
with
have,
that. I
even though
agree.
he's 30.
I know
I
what
agree,
you're
but
saying.
when they were forced to trade him and there's 5 years left, that gets scary for GMs.
I don't think you can look at that deal
You told me
as
they
being
can't trade.
here's what you get for a 32-year-old player.
I'm not saying
There was
that.
unrest in the room and a no trade
Yeah,
clause.
it was a
and-
distressed asset to a degree. But what I'm saying is that a big part of the lack of the return, like you expected more, was that there's 5 years left. What's JT Miller, a power forward, going to look like at 36 and 37? That's what scares teams.
Running your mouth right now. You
No,
said it about.
I do think it's part of it.
well,
it's
it's
a huge
part of
piece
it, but again,
You disagree, but again, think of guys that you played with. You say, look, guys don't train
the
like
guy-
me,
yeah, it's a
and
different
my body
world.
broke down. But how many guys that you played with were effective at 36?
Lots. When
Lots?
I
I bet you less than half. So, like, what was Reggie at 36? And I don't know. I'm literally asking. He might have been fine. He might have been retired, but then I have no idea.
don't even know if he was playing.
Well, so this is kind of my point, is that even guys that are great when they're 32, at some point, it's not like some guy just played till he was 60. They all get beaten by father time, and most of it happens in your mid-30s for most of these guys. The average player will become ineffective in their mid-30s. That's what you will want to avoid, is paying that player huge money. And I'm not saying it is going to happen to JT Miller, or it is going to happen to Rasmus Andersson. What I'm saying is that risk is part of why these
So
contract
Chris
signings are
Tanev's
difficult.
contract is horseshit.
Chris Tanev is a one-off because they're going to put him on Robidas Island.
So why can't you put Rasmus Anderson on Robert?
I don't think your owner has the appetite to go over the cap when it's 110 million, 14 million. I mean, look, you could. It's just that's the time in this team's life cycle where they're going to want to go shopping in
You
free
don't
agency.
know nothing about that. 5 years. You telling me you know what the team's going to be in 5 years?
No, but you're hoping that this is the time when a lot of these prospects are arriving, and they're not all going to. I get it. St. Peric may or may not be a superstar. He may be an average player. He may not play in the league. He might be a Norris winner. We don't know. I get it. But there's a pile of players that are of the same age group, and many of them will be NHLers.
This is the worst.
We can't ignore aging curves, and front offices don't anymore. You used to, and that's why when free agency was 31, the Leafs and Rangers were never good despite outspending everyone. Because what did they get? They got guys in their 30s.
And you would like to think that, hey, the cap's going up. So is the spending.
Yeah.
Teams are still going to find themselves just spending more and bumping up against and be like, geez, we should not have
it's
that.
It's not
on
like the
books.
cap goes up and the salaries don't. The salaries go right with it.
And it might take some time to get there, but
you're
it will.
also you're so good, and you are quite good at it.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Everyone has shitty contracts on their books, so they somehow survive. And
well, I mean, it's not a let's collect them all, but the teams that have fewer of them have better chances at winning cups. Like I'd argue that if the Oilers didn't have as much bad money on their books as they had over the last 5 years, they'd have a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, but it
hurt them.
Easy to say that, but
like, what's Colorado's bad money?
Yeah.
You know, like what's Carolina's bad
Colorado's
money?
got no bad money.
What's Florida's bad money? Like, there's actually a lot of smart teams that don't have a huge.
But you were the one that brought it up to me that Huberdeau's contract's not the end of the world because most teams have a bad one to deal with.
But again, do you want to be in the middle of the pack of this league, or is the end goal for the franchise to win a Stanley Cup?
Right now, they're going to be middle of the pack.
Well, for the next little bit, yeah. No, I think it's a very full circle chat to the one we had like 2 weeks ago, where it's like,
because it's
what is your goal? Is it to go win a cup at all costs? Or is it, you know what, let's just be competitive and everyone that gets to the dance has a chance? Because there is that. It is true. It's a wild tournament. Seattle beat Colorado 2 years ago.
I continue to say that you make it sound too simplistic. That if you just get bad, pick high, stars, cups. It's just
no, the cups aren't a guarantee at all. I mean, continue to say that.
Jesse Puljujarvi was top 5 pick.
Yeah, and if they took Matthew Tkachuk there, they probably would have a couple cups.
Yeah, but they didn't.
But
so
they
Matthew
didn't.
So Puljujarvi is still a player in the
Ryan,
top 5.
No, and so my point is that.
But it's what I'm saying is it's easy to pick Tkachuk. You also could take Puljujarvi.
Yeah, I know.
So if the Flames are bad, here you go. You got a top 5 pick. Better hit on it. Puljujarvi, stud. Nope.
Or
shit.
And so Puljujarvi has not derailed the Oilers. Why? I mean, it hurts for sure.
Because they have
right. And so my point is,
fucking world.
And where did they draft him? Number 1. And where did they draft the other guy? Number 3.
Not the point.
So no,
it's not about the Oilers. It's about the player. I get your point.
What's my point?
Is it you need? I get lottery tickets. You made it.
You need more than.
I get it.
Absolutely.
But
so it's like, do you? The question really is for this organization: do you have the stomach to have 2 to 4 really rough years?
No, it's not the question. The question is, are you bad enough to have those years?
For sure. I mean, you can make yourself bad enough, yes.
Well,
I think
then your goaltender is going to say, get me the out of here.
Maybe. I mean, it's certainly possible. It's
and okay, and here's the other scenario. Do you remember who Dominik Hasek is?
Yeah, very familiar.
Right?
Yeah.
What did they do in Buffalo with his career?
Well, he held that team up to a really high standard, and they weren't really spending that much, and they got close and didn't win.
And didn't pick high.
Didn't pick high.
Yeah, no,
and had to,
yeah.
There is a scenario where it's like, oh, we're gonna like they were cheap as bastards in Buffalo as well.
Yes,
they wasted the best player in the NHL.
Agreed.
For half a decade,
the best goalie in the history of the league, I'd argue. Yeah,
and
so I don't see this group like the Sabres because. If you don't want to be the Buffalo Sabres, it's really easy. You trade Rasmus Anderson and you aren't the Sabres. If you roll out a blue line with Mackenzie Weegar, Kevin Ball,
where are we on Wolf?
The best years of Wolf's
I think
career.
Wolf has a very good chance of being one of those elite top 10 guys in the league. I really believe
that. But that's the point.
So what does that do to your team then?
Well, I mean, it means you're getting more saves than you're going to get from a regular goalie for sure. But it doesn't mean that if you delete Rasmus Anderson, they still can't be a bottom 5 team. Sure they can.
But they,
and then you're taking calls on Kadri if you've gone that far down the road.
But Kadri's
someone's going to want
trade him.
Didn't say that, but
yes, you did. You have said that numerous times to me. Kadri is untradeable.
At times he was. I think at this point, with the term left, and the way he's played. It's you could probably get rid of him. I don't know. You're getting back.
I'm with you, but I also see we've been having these conversations for a long time.
To say he was tradable, like,
but
he had 7 years left on the deal when it started. Now it's
a couple
3
years
after this. Like, okay, well,
it's the same time frame. He had a contract from now till now.
I know.
So you're saying, look, I think at this point you could trade him. I don't know that you're going to. Who's doing who the favor to the chat we had earlier this year with Vancouver? But again, if you keep the group around Wolf that's here, I agree they won't bottom out. But you've got a really big decision on that group that starts with Rasmus Anderson this summer.
Do you think that Rasmus Anderson signs an 8-year deal? Pinder doesn't like it. It's too much money.
I'm not going to say I don't like it. It's just, there's risk that comes with it, right?
What I'm getting at is, will there not be a team in 6 years if everything else goes as planned and Rasmus does crash and burn a little bit? Is there no way of dumping him?
If he's making $9 a year and you don't want him, why does someone else want that contract?
Because that's what teams do. They take on shitty contracts for return.
Not very often, and you kind of have to bribe him to do it. But yeah, it happens.
Well, Chicago ate a whole bunch of money and gave up a player for a third.
I'm not saying you can't go pay someone to eat bad money. Of course you can. What I'm saying is that's probably not an efficient way to do business. You can get out of the problem. It's not like since they signed him, everything's ruined, move the franchise. But it's going to make life harder if he doesn't age well, for sure.
I still think we're screwed because we're stuck somewhere that we don't want to be.
Yeah.
I'm serious. You seem to, again, you have this plan and you think it's going. I don't think it's as cut and dry as you make it out to be. And I think there's a lot of mucky middles still lurking.
I agree.
Because of the setup you have with this squad.
What I see is really clear is that the pieces to win a Stanley Cup aren't here. That's what's clear to me.
That's clear. They're not beating anyone.
And so I'm not, as someone saying I want to pick a route to success, I'm not terribly concerned about them, being so good they're going to be a cup contender anytime soon. And I would start trying to build that core of people that can help you be that.
Huska.
Why am I getting hit?
Huska.
Look at a team like
fault. Get these guys playing worse so we can.
I mean, it was
look
funny.
at a team like Detroit. Yeah. They've been bad for a long time now. They finished dead last, didn't win the lottery. There's been that, and they're kind of a playoff team now. That
great under McClellan. They were a win away from getting in last year. It's kind of turned the corner.
But you would maybe
Ottawa has.
But who's their star?
Mo Sada.
Probably Mo.
Lucas Raymond is a very good player. Mo Sider's a very good player.
They don't have anyone that allows them to beat the best teams either.
I agree. And that was sort of some bad lottery luck there.
But you'd have been, and we'd have been happy with that pursuit. Trade guys, they did sign some fucking old guys. I don't know why.
They made some bad decisions at the
but it hasn't been a cap
Sherratt's
thing that's kept them
and
right.
Petrie.
They've been bad, have picked high.
Yeah.
But I don't see them as a wait for them. They've got Bedard or
I agree.
I think they're going to be in trouble because they don't have the superstar.
You've looked at the situation that was the worst luck because they dropped 2 or 3 spots in the lottery multiple years, like bad luck.
But there's other teams that have finished bottom 3 for a long time.
I don't know. They have a top 3 pick for a team.
And why isn't bad luck?
But anyway, throw Buffalo in there. Throw Ottawa, who's just now
Well, Columbus is.
I think
is Brady Tkachuk a generational?
I love him as a centerpiece. I think he could captain a winning team. Yeah.
Is Rasmus Dahlin?
I don't know enough about Rasmus. No, of course, no one can do it by themselves. Connor doesn't have a ring, but I don't have a problem with, if anyone's listening and saying Pinder thinks they could just win a cup if they just tear it down, that's absolutely not true. It's very, very hard. But if you just want to make high percentage bets, it's very, very, very low probability you'll ever have a real contender if you don't go find a mega stud, and it's hard, almost impossible to get him if you're not picking in the top 5 to 10.
And you can't, there's very little debate there.
Right. And so the question is, okay, does Wolf take them out of drafting that guy range? No, but it certainly makes it a little harder. You now are going to have to hit at a Rantanen level rather than the McKinnon, McDavid first overalls. Right. And this year, the pressing issue that I see that I don't think there's enough urgency on at this point, but hopefully there is some before the deadline, is you're looking at a top 10 pick. And if you have it, you get to use it. And if you don't,
In a
that pick
shitty
goes to
draft.
Montreal. Top 10's okay. After that, it gets really mad. Like you might get a right shot centerman who's 6'5" at 7 to 10 in this year's draft.
But again, that could or
Go
Puljujarvi
the other way.
No,
or
of course. So if I have to pick between,
I know I want that. I want
but
that option. I do.
and this is the choice that they're making right now. You're either chasing a playoff spot, and you're now 3 back of a team I'd argue that has a better roster, and you've got a tougher schedule.
You'll have plenty of clarity before the deadline.
I agree.
I hope so. God,
I
damn it.
agree. I don't
This road trip.
honestly, and maybe it's just the taste that's left in our mouth from that game the other night.
It's
or what's we've
it's
seen
actually
here.
a great.
If they went on a skid, it would be very helpful long
Well,
term, as much as they would hate it.
Either way, it's great because you're playing the best, and these are the teams you're going to have to beat if you do make the playoffs. Prove whether you can or not, because
Yep.
there's no sense getting in and, like Daryl said,
Look what our boy
wasting
did.
2 weeks of your life.
Look what our boy did.
Huska's nightmare.
Huska.
Maybe
It's a touch dramatic.
it's a
I
little
love it.
dramatic, but hey.
The mini gauntlet run. Huska's nightmare.
So there's the Sharks prior to.
Yep.
And you've already seen how you fared against Washington,
Loss.
Toronto,
Loss.
and Colorado.
Loss.
That's
Yeah.
just it. You're
You don't
playing
need to
against some of the
squint.
stars.
Yeah, but man, we could elevate, and how would we be? You had your chance.
You did, but it doesn't mean Dustin Wolf can't steal a game here or there. Like,
This is gonna be so
I
great.
get it.
How
They're
How many
gonna-
games are there? They're gonna
There's 6 games. There's 12 available
win
points.
go 4-1-1.
We're right
there, boys.
100%.
No, but you,
Be
what are
great
you
if they-
supposed to do if they
I
do
know.
that? You have to support what they show you.
Yeah, and again, what they do there is one half of the formula. The other half is what's happened to Vancouver. Are they on a 6-game heater? If they drop 5 in a row, like the standings will tell Connie what to do on the 7th. If they're in by 3 points, they'll probably go out at defenseman.
You need to draft a star later. Is what you need to do.
Yeah,
Because
I
you
mean,
never count on that. What do we talk about? Top 10. We gotta have a top 10.
Yeah.
You never know the top 10. Blah, blah, blah.
And you know what?
Hit a home run again in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round.
Like you look what they did
you
there,
did it
right?
first, yeah,
You nailed Gaudreau.
yeah. Late
You
pick.
didn't have a top 3. You got Kachuk. You had, to a lesser extent, I mean, you had Mangiapane. You had some value
Sixth
that you
round.
got later in the draft.
Yep.
Develop the shit out of the guys you draft.
Yeah, and this is the biggest formula over anything else. It's not high picks load you up with talent. It's great draft and develop. Look at the Washington Capitals and what they've been able to do, not
Well,
picking high. It's incredible.
Go and because I'm a lovely defenseman, go draft 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round some quality defensemen and get overloaded with too many guys that can play and make some trades for pieces. Like
You've had a lot of D to the system in the
develop
last
these
year.
players.
I wish I could ask that other question I had.
It's
It would
too
just
late.
fit in so well right now, but
Well, then no Pinder Report.
no, we got to do it.
Dave Cameron's trending in Canada. What's going on?
Dave
Stop.
Cameron
I'm serious. Are they doing something to keep
is
Canaveral
the
today?
uncle of the guy that's doing some skating clinics for my kids' team.
I'm sorry about that.
Talk nice.
I was like, ooh,
Watch your
Didn't like
mouth.
that. They were very
you
hurtful. I
don't
didn't
listen
like
to
the
the
show.
Before we get to the Pinder Report, reminder
Do your question.
tomorrow. It'll work.
Oh, you'll forget.
He's got it written down. Daytimer.
Yeti. What does that special someone in your life want more than a Yeti?
Then a cold.
This is
Yeah,
probably
colors.
last year's gift.
What color is that? If you got, because
Well,
I got,
it's orange.
that's the
Saber yellow.
king crab, is what that's called.
That's the Buffa Slug yellow.
Oh, it's so cold in there. But if it were hot, it'd be so hot.
Right, you got to show yours now.
I did already.
And held it
Camera
up.
wasn't there yet.
Beautiful.
It's very bright.
Yeller.
Crave the cold. Extend your ice time with hard-hitting gear that's built to honor the toughest sport on earth. Hashtag crave the cold. Hashtag built for the wild.
I'm feeling left out. I got my own stainless steel.
I know it's over there.
The old-
We can see it.
The Rambler.
There it is.
Hey, Rambler.
Yeti.ca. They got the barware. They got the Camino carry-all tote bag. Full-size coolers. I kind of want one of the small ones.
Really?
You know, like when you're going over to, hey, we're having some people
Just
over.
gonna pop in.
I don't need 24 beer. I don't even need 15. I'm just going to throw a few beer in with some ice. Head over.
Don't need 20.
I know it's hard for you to. I'm talking to the wrong guy, Pinder.
I don't care.
Maybe
Less is more.
maybe a 6-pack, 8.
Yeah.
White. Mama's going to throw some spritzers or a bottle of wine or something in there.
That red one over there, too big for you.
Too big for that. No. For those purposes,
I tease.
that's a nice thing. For they got the handles. It's got the wheels on it. We're going to the lake. How are we going to get this big heavy cooler out to where we've put up our spot?
We're gonna roll it down to the end of the dock on its wheels.
Just roll it,
Genius.
Yeti.ca. Built for the wild.
You want to ask a question?
No, tomorrow.
Okay, good.
It's way too late. Look at the time. You're gonna give me shit right away. Oh, you're dragging it out again.
And you got a lot written down there.
Look.
He's got a lot.
Oh, let's grab that one because I don't even know if that's a thing. We do have to do that
Yeah.
and that. Got to do that. And right now, it's that one right there, retro.
Why is he written potty down in all caps? Have you done that?
Tinkle.
Scratch that.
I did that before the show started.
Done.
You were at Village Honda today.
I was.
How is it going up there?
Oh, it's just jumping up.
Positive vibes, eh?
Yeah, it was good.
Did
Yep.
you talk about the Cavs?
He was at a meeting offsite,
Yeah.
but we chatted on the phone on the way up. He's doing great. He's elated. Thursday night, Cavs. So more on that in a moment.
Oh. New in-stock inventory on the ground. As always, new vehicle pricing is MSRP. And you know what that stands for.
ZERP.
MSRP is right.
Major Sexy Ryan Pinder. That's what it stands for.
Oh,
Gross.
Ryan Pinder.
Ew.
I think it's manufacturer's suggested
It's the Pinder
retail
Report.
price. Hey guys, the Flames are not playing for another
sunburned.
2 weeks. They're hammering water and Advil poolside.
Mixing a water,
Where if
boys.
Husk went on vacation because his kid plays.
He's got 3 kids. I believe, doesn't he not?
Maybe he left.
2 daughters.
I don't know exactly.
Anyway, we'll stop guessing at
Personal life.
family members.
Yep.
Rhett prying again. Here are the projected full season totals for the Calgary Flames at the Four Nations break.
Huberto, I thought you were.
I feel like 60 points was kind of our over under for
65.
happiness. At least it's in the neighborhood. 31 would be a career high. He's done 30 twice. 65. Nazem looking like he'll be too shy of 30. Again, projections. Last year he finished in the stink hole. He was 29. Oh gosh, it's close. Coronado, that's a pretty darn good first NHL season.
He's getting 25.
I think so too. He's been great. Weegs, okay, down from his 20 last year,
No
but
kidding.
50-point D. I'll take that.
Come on, Uyghur. What's wrong with you?
Now, Connor's area, the games played are going to be misleading here because he's missed a bunch of time. I'd expect he'd be ready to come back, if not at the end of the Four Nations break, soon after. He's been skating for a bit already.
Depends on his vitamin D.
Come on back, son.
He's going to be down in the tropics, I hope. He's getting that vitamin D.
Is he allowed?
I don't know, Rat.
He's not healthy. He didn't play before the break.
Is he not allowed to rehab on a beach?
I don't know.
Coleman, 18, 25, 43. That's a respectable total. Last year, we knew was the outlier. Lovely 30-goal year.
That's your PIN number for your ATM.
Weird.
Whoops.
Sharon
Back to you,
Govich
Ryan.
on pace to 19. Backlund, that's a very Backlund-esque season, although the assist's a little lower. He's been fighting it the last few weeks. Needs a break.
Somebody said he might be fighting off.
Old age.
Injury, that too, Father Time.
Sciatica.
Rasmus. Yeah, that's not actually a big a total as I thought.
Yeah.
9 million, huh?
Healthy scratch. Team Sweden.
You know what the problem is?
Marty, 4 goals.
You're horse shit, Pospisil. Get going.
Remember, we had to put him back on the wing. We started him at center. He's just a
Horse bleep.
Yep.
Okay.
I know he's your favorite player. Are you
No,
loving him
I
this
just-
year?
He was. I don't know,
He's
dude. We
terrible.
need an update. I feel
It's
like
all 'cause
Zeri's overpassed him.
Huska
Huska.
Yelled at him about his penalties. Now
He's
gotta
rattled.
play like a
That's right.
sissy.
Yeah, it's.
What else do we got on the Flames?
Would you trade Pospisil?
I mean, if you're getting something better than him back, hell yeah.
Well, thanks. Tips.
No, but I mean, like, what are we talking about? Yeah, of course he's not untouchable at all.
Would you bet $5 right there? Well, if I won 10.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Would you bet $5 on what? The moon falling into the earth tomorrow? No, I'm not doing it. Need something a little more probable.
Would you trade possible if I got something better back?
Hell yeah.
Was the answer.
That's how you should approach all trades, folks.
Thanks, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Win them all.
Back to me.
That's how easy it is. These
just
dumb friggin' GMs.
Seriously,
Just
guys.
win your trades.
Just get a
and
guy
draft
better
great
back
players.
than the one you traded.
And by the way, score more goals than the other team in games.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you're on
in
the
regulation.
It's not that hard,
they don't-
idiot.
when you're on the podium at the draft,
They don't do that anymore.
just take the better players.
They don't do
Stupid.
that
Come
anymore.
on, guys.
Do you send out a fax with all the players that the other teams aren't allowed to draft? Hey, we're taking these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Montreal used to do that with the first guy in Quebec, Toronto with the first guy in Ontario.
Yeah, we've been in the time machine. And it turns out these players are going to be very good.
We're taking Johnny Gaudreau second overall. Whoa, jeez.
So regardless of where you were intending on taking these players, keep your hands off.
Let's get to the lines that Rhett was yelling about yesterday. The
Well,
Four Nations.
It's the
lines.
freaking Pinder Report, and you had nothing. Whew.
Stay tuned for the Warner Report.
It's too
See
much-
how
it's too
chock a
much-
block that
It's
is.
too much work.
Did we
Reinhardt,
have this?
this was yesterday's lines, but again, I didn't want to leave them out and get yelled at. Really, what we're talking about is 2 to 3 of the best players on planet Earth.
Yeah.
I think if you didn't backfill with guys jumping off buildings onto lamp posts, you'd
Mhm.
take less heat for it. But, you know,
Maybe no lamppost.
The
today.
no
Pinder
guarantee.
Report, do what you want.
Let's get to the blue line. What do we got, Jacko? Come on, keep going here.
come on, Jack.
Boy,
There,
they
good.
could
Yeah,
use a
we've seen
wrap
this
from
already.
Sanderson.
Friggin' Jack.
Dowdy into the
Got
mix.
Who's the
Aidenhower.
extras?
Sanheim Konechny.
Ooh,
Konechny
I've never heard of him.
Both Flyers.
and one Hitman player.
Yep.
And of course, Dikembe Mutombo.
What is
Could-
good?
Get your phone.
I don't know how to work this.
Are you sure
a
it's not stealing your info?
information.
Someone-
Boop.
Someone told him, like, yeah,
That's
right. This
the
is
beep
a.
for deleting.
Ontario's calling.
Oh,
Look, Ontario's calling.
Doug? Is it you, Doug Ford?
Shut
Let's get to
up.
the next team. Oh, no, sorry. We got this first.
I don't want
Yeah.
this camera.
Here's the story on Canada, fellas. If the goaltending's great, we won't say a word. If it's not,
Yeah.
3 guys below NHL average, and we get it. This is not the full complete picture. This is not take environments into perspective. But Logan Thompson is having an incredible year, the best year by a Canadian goalie. He was not invited.
Your head would pop off your frame if they had Cam Talbot.
Yeah, I probably would. Even Darcy Kemper, who's had a great
It
year.
would.
Yeah.
What am I want me to do?
What is happening,
Is there
Rhett?
not a?
Shut up! I can't even hear it
Can
because
you
these.
turn the?
Just turn it on
Well, it's
silent.
because you have no volume on.
Yeah, just turn it on silent.
No, because it plugs my ears.
Sounds like some like
You
alien.
can hear it through the.
Jack, no one needs your opinion on anything. You just shove off.
I didn't mind him jumping in there. Gotta be honest, Jack.
Yeah.
That was good.
Shove off.
Shove
Jack.
off.
Look at, doesn't that say mute? Keep going, right?
Is there? But on the other side,
Did he
there's a
press the flute button
Here.
or the mute button? What-
right there.
Look
No,
at-
no. I see what you.
Toggle.
There's nothing over
Toggle.
here. This is the anti-information button.
Right. That's the Trump button. Let's go to the American team. Rhett,
What?
the first 50 states built a team. Let's have a look at it. Connor Eichel Kachuk,
Imagine if they had one more state, how good they'd be.
Gensel, Matthews, Hughes. They could take Mexico. Boldy, Miller, Kachuk, Nelson, Trocheck, Larkin.
This 3 nations face-off is.
Wicked.
This is not going to be good at all.
Very one-sided.
Why do the United States of Canada get 26 guys? That's not fair.
Unbelievable.
You're not allowed. The blue line's interesting because it doesn't have Quinn Hughes. They substituted young Jake Sanderson.
Why do you have some white jerseys and some blue?
The white guys are the ones that pick their nose. That's Slavin, Werenski, Hannafin, and Faber.
Jack, why do they have?
You think I made these? I don't know.
Yeah, he
Fox
doesn't
and
do anything.
McAvoy. I don't know why either. That's why I made something up.
Yeah, that's Frank.
Come on, Frank.
They're
Maybe these guys don't pick their nose in white. I don't know.
They're decent. No good.
You don't like that decor? Flashback. He doesn't like that decor. And I'm not, I just want you to talk to me.
I'm just running my mouth.
Okay. We'll move to the next team.
Quinn Hughes.
Hughes would be their best. He's been unbelievable this year. They're going to miss him for sure. The goalies are very, very, very good. It'll be Hellebuck's net to lose, and there'll be, a Swayman and an Ottinger behind him, very deep in net.
Simon's.
Power play one. We showed you Canada's yesterday. What was it? Crosby, Reinhart, McDavid, McKinnon, McCarr.
Mhm.
This one's pretty good too. Adam Fox on the point. Matthews, Hughes, Eichel down the middle, and Kachuk is the net front. It's gonna be a good game with these.
It's not nuclear.
It's quite good.
Yeah, can
It's
they go
atomic, but it's not nuclear.
It's atomic, but not nuclear. I don't know the difference. I'm hoping Rhett does.
That's because you didn't go to school, right?
Clearly, he does.
I
You
thought
went
you
to
didn't go to school.
broadcasting school. I
Did
went
you
to
go
the
to
school
school?
of hard knocks.
Yeah. When did you graduate?
Still in it.
You
Still
don't
hasn't.
graduate from that one.
That's my problem. I stalled out. You're still learning. Sweden, beautiful women.
Yes,
and
my
men.
team.
Some people have said.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Beautiful jerseys, a lot of good players. Their centers are having shitty years. Pedersen,
Well, they're
Zibanejad,
breakout.
Eriksson Ek, and Lindholm. It's the there's not enough pickled herring in this city for me.
Eat my shit!
It's aggressive.
Jeez, you guys.
Huh?
Hard on the Swedes.
Jack.
And why
It's
is
Rhett's team.
Rickard Rakell
Ricky Rax.
his jersey backwards?
They don't know what number he's going to wear.
They're showing you the Trey Kroners. Maybe he's just number 3. That's how many Kroners he's got. Ricky Rax, what number is he, Jack? You're big Ricky Rax.
terrible, terrible display of professionalism, you guys have.
He showed up late, didn't he? He was a late
Ricky
ad.
Rax, you got subbed in for someone? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I
So
believe
it's hard to give him his name and number. You got his name right there, so it goes on the
Yell at
back.
Frank.
and his
Ask for
number.
it. This is Daily Faceoff. Don't yell at us. Yell at Frank.
These half-ass people that we're associated with.
I
Good.
know.
God.
If only they had Rhett's work ethic, we'd have the name and the number.
Drunk in Montreal, can't get your work done.
The blue line, Hedman, Brodin, Dahlin, Anderson, maybe. Forsling skating there today. And then Ekholm, Carlson, third pair. That's a tidy third pair when you
Damn
can throw.
We know Anderson pretty well, guys.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be some sour if he's not playing.
I would think he would
Just
like
being
to
a
play
proud
more
guy?
than not playing.
Hey, Rasmus, go have some hot dogs and
Morning skate. No, you know what, Ross? You can stay out for a little bit. What?
I could have been in Cabo with my boys.
All the guys that are playing tonight are going to catch first bus back to the hotel.
first bus is leaving.
If you and Sven want to hang out and get some extra laps in, that'd
Who's
be good.
coaching this team before I get behind them?
That's a good question.
Oh, we don't even know.
Well, I could guess, but I don't know. No. Is it the guy that was highly touted that was going to come over?
Is
and
it Ole
coach?
Jokinen?
It
No,
sure is.
Finns.
Yeah, good try.
Forsling's
Gustafson.
hurt.
Well, so this,
This
He's
is
now
out of date.
back.
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Since we screenshotted
attention,
it,
Warner.
they've skated.
Pay attention.
Or Frank's not paying attention because he's hammered at Kama Sutra right now. Philip Gustafson will likely get the nod to start. Olmark said they also have UPL, who you told us was very good.
Puka. He was very good for like 3 months.
Yeah, goalies, eh? Finland, this is where it gets a little more lackluster. They've been destroyed by injuries. Forward group's pretty nice. Barkov, Aho, Hinson, Lundell down the middle. Don't mind that.
Is he beaking me about my goaltender takes?
That's correct. Because you were beaking me on mine. We all have bad goalie takes. They're goalies. Defense. Who are these people? Who are these people? It's a lot of Rasmus Ristolainen couldn't go.
Ole.
Urho Vakanainen is there. Nico Mikkola is going to play big minutes. Henry Yoki Harju is in the top 4. And
Boy,
Yusuf
Hank-
Alamaki, he's a top 4.
Whose team is this?
Suomi.
You're screwed.
That's my team, yeah. I'm screwed. Here's what they're playing for, Dean. Saros and Lincoln in the net. Are you ready for this? Get ready to feast your eyes on
Get
what
up.
all the players want.
It's work related.
Sure it is. Here it is.
So was mine.
Ta-da-ta-ta-ta!
Oh,
The unnamed trophy that says champion on the bottom and Four Nations face off on the side.
Huh.
Yeah.
What soccer team or F1 race crew is going to win that?
Where did they who did they buy this off of on Kijiji?
It's fine. Listen,
It
we've
was way-
taken of all the things we want to take a run at.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Totally fine.
You can drink out of it.
You know
It's
what wasn't fine was that trumpet inside the flower vase that they had at the old World Cup.
That was weird. That was awful.
That was a bad one.
that's not bad. It's a
Vid.
cup.
Trumpet inside a vase. What are we doing, guys? It's hockey. Come on now. Come on. Here's the rink, right? This is one thing I know you've been really hammering for. Finland and Canada across ice on one side. It's going to be Sweden and USA
They're
on the
kitty
other.
corner.
And then The benches, I'm not quite sure. I think it's to the right of your zone, but it's going to be.
Where
I
are
can't
they
wait.
playing this?
Montreal and Boston.
Oh
Pay
my
attention.
Goodness. Is that at the Big O? Where are they going to?
Yes. Huge seating capacity. Then they go down to, what is it? Foxborough. They're going
Sorry,
to
you're
Foxborough.
offside. I don't know. Sorry.
am I in the neutral
Icing.
zone?
What?
Huh? That wasn't a whistle for our game, you idiot. Okay. Anyway, we're all very excited.
All of a sudden, I am looking forward to
See?
this.
I
That
told
changes
ya.
my
Did you not know?
perspective
You
entirely.
didn't know.
Should have paid attention.
Didn't
Dane.
know. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Boy, you know what? One thing that we can count on if Canada doesn't
Jack.
have a great tournament, Team Canada's brass will get a lot of slack. They're not going to be.
Oh,
It's true. Yeah.
And so maybe getting out in front of something a bit here.
If we're prepared to give anyone the benefit of the doubt,
it's Hockey Canada.
yeah.
Well, with their slush funds and sexual misconduct cover-ups and Dave Cameron's idiotic roster selection. And after two straight quarterfinal
That's
exits.
going to be.
Yeah,
I wanted to put my name in as soon as I saw
Wow.
this.
all they do, they've got a full-time GM for the
Hanging out at
POE
Win Sport,
and zipping
Yeah,
around, having
Just
rink
flying around the
burgers.
globe,
Rink burgers.
PJs.
company card,
Oh, baby.
steak dinners,
Red House,
5 stars.
this is the greatest boondoggle job of all time. How are you not in on
is
this?
This is like being the president or the boss of the union.
Okay. Or the IOC or FIFA.
Yes.
Let's
hiring
go.
a full-time GM and a VP of hockey ops.
Like, who's firing you? You've got this for decades.
You got to win some golds. But yeah.
Well, how
Go get
hard is it? You've
Shouldn't
got the
be.
players.
I mean, if you take them, you've got them. If you leave them at home, you don't have them. Dave
Yeah.
Cameron.
That's not a player.
Well, he's the idiot.
What a gig.
I should see why Dave Cameron's trending before I run him publicly here.
It won't
just in
matter.
case.
You'll run him anyway.
No, what if
If he's
it's
passed, then we'll say sorry.
That would be awkward.
It would be very awkward, which is why
It's hurtful.
It's hurtful. Patrick Laine's slowed down. Have you noticed?
Yeah. So I mean, the team has for sure. But
So here's the thing: Fortnite Season 2, before it was released, 12 goals, 18 points in 24 games. Pretty good, like 3/4 a point a game. Since the season was released, no points in 5. Jack, what the hell's Fortnite? What's he doing here?
He's gaming.
Is he gaming?
he's not allowed to game.
He's allowed to game.
No, he's not.
Why he's not allowed to
Because he
game?
had an issue with it.
I would agree. He has an issue with it. Yeah. In fact, people know his username, and you can go look at his stats.
Oh no.
So season 6 of Fortnite started on the 27th. Since then, he's played 269 matches, which rounds out to about 112 hours or 5 hours a day if he won every single game. Here's the thing, right? If you don't win, you're out of it and you can go start a new game or whatever. You don't have to hang around to the end. The stats show that in the 145 of these games, 54%, he was outside of the top 25%. If you played Fortnite, by closing the second circle, there are typically 30, 40 people left. So the game's down to the top 30, 40% of the players at the 5-minute mark. Very safe to say 54% of those matches took less than 10 minutes.
Oh.
So if you take the absolute upper limit, he played 145 games of 10 minutes or less, 42 wins at the most at 25 minutes each. And if the remaining 82 games are right in the middle of 15 minutes, we'd have 62 hours in the past 22 days, or an average of 2 hours and 45 minutes per game at most per day. Do we have a problem with Patrick Laine spending 2 hours and 45 minutes a day playing Fortnite?
we don't have Ricard Raquel's number.
Do we? Yeah, you want some?
We've
data?
got that. Yeah, that's a lot. I never, my kids have played it. I have no idea even what it is.
I've seen it.
It was one of those games. Why are you playing? It looks like, are we in the 80s? The graphics are terrible. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it wasn't really a question on Fortnite. It was
No,
more
I know,
about
but I
Pat
just-
Line. But this is very different. This is not what guys did in the NHL when you were in your late 20s, right?
I thought he went to rehab for this.
For video games?
I'm not joking.
I don't know. It was player assistance. They don't say. Maybe in the old alumni group chat, they say. I don't know. It's a lot of Fortnite, Jack, or is it?
It's 5 games he didn't score too. So
0 points, 5 games.
Yeah.
Open for Patrick.
I feel like you should be able
Bounce
to.
back would be nice.
That is the reason you should be able to recognize.
Like, because Kyler's thing is Call of Duty, right?
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, he's into the
It's
COD big
Yeah.
time.
Big time COD.
Like,
Jack.
that's amazing gameplay.
Fortnite is designed to
Get you hooked.
Suck you in.
Yes.
Really?
And
Eh?
you release a new map. And
One.
oh my gosh, I've never done this map. I got to explore it.
We should play vids someday.
No.
The brain power that we have would get.
Well, but I mean, that's what we'll do instead of the
Sucks.
show. We'll just, hey, welcome to the show. It's
That's
the
a lot.
I was
Super
thinking
Chats,
about that
and
the
then
other
just
day.
play video games.
It's a lot
We
of
just
brain
start
power.
streaming games for 2 hours.
If can we play Nintendo 64, I
First
played
of all,
Bond
you're
or
going to
Mario.
get rich
a while.
doing that.
Exactly.
Not like us.
Set it up,
Maybe
Jack.
This is a
Jack,
good
can we
idea.
get Mario Kart 64 in for tomorrow,
Do you
please?
think the bosses would pay us and we could?
Oh,
these-
viewership would be way up. They'd have to
bosses
pay
are
us
like-
more. They'd have to pay us more.
It's twice you brought up
It's
bosses.
good to have bosses to bitch
Yeah,
about. Though.
yeah.
You don't want to.
Yeah,
Because
Jack,
if
would you
there's
pay
no
us more?
boss, then we're the boss, and then we're failing.
No,
Tony
no.
Danza.
Need someone to Angela. Jack,
Brett?
Boss. Are we allowed to play
ask-
video games?
No,
in the
no,
show
no.
tomorrow?
Ask Angela.
Angela.
Tony Danza. Jack. No.
Can we play
All right.
We got some soccer tomorrow night. No, Thursday night. We're still not there.
Ah.
They're down in Mexico City. They're getting acclimatized to the altitude, Dino. Don't know if you know, Mexico City is very high. above
Is
sea
it?
level. Oh, yes, very much so.
We're very high.
We're high.
We're high here, though.
Well, you especially
Oh no, I give up.
all the time. You give that up?
Leg 2. Round 1.
I don't like the leg.
So what do we do? It's goals.
It is a total score of the two games combined. One that was played in Victoria, the Cavs on 2-1, and the score of the game they'll play in Mexico City on Thursday night.
Or just kick
So as
their
good
ass
as that win
twice.
felt, it could you shit yourself here. It could. It's like,
Well, what would really suck is if Mexico scored 1 and you did not score 1-0. You're like, oh, it's a 2-2 tie.
that's right.
But guess what the
Against-
tiebreak is?
Son of a bitch.
Away goals, you dirty pricks. One of the grossest, oldest, dumbest rules in soccer. They still got kicking around in this tournament.
That's why I don't cheer for to get into the foot.
They're going to have to score first and set the tone here. That's what I'm saying.
Until
Why don't you just win?
Johnny Soccer
You
starts
think
changing.
Johnny or John
You
Tommy?
think Johnny Wilden Jr. is
Yeah.
thinking like that, eh?
You think old JW?
You think
down there?
Jim Wilden's thinking like that?
JWJ.
Johnny Wilden Jr. Turn action
going.
Thursday. We'll talk about it.
Get going.
If Rhett wants to get going, he's gonna hate this because we got a video of Rhett in this this path behind his house. It was so mucky. He was so mad.
It's in your back lane.
Yeah. Rhett, he's hang in there, Rhett. Hang in.
Oh, fuck. You're the keys.
Yeah.
We don't want ice. This better?
And once you get up in the grass, it'll be better.
This guy's an asshole.
Get out of the mud and get up in the. Oh, now you're losing
Who
your
isn't
shoe.
rooting for him to fall on his like? Please fall.
Oh, big ears here. Come on now, get in the grass.
If you get in the grass, hang on to the branch of a tree. But no, stay there for sure.
Get in the grass, you dummy.
Whoa.
Looks like he's overdressed too. It can't be that cold.
He's
You're in a puffy
He's
jacket.
drunk.
He was drunk.
Other guy's fine.
Oh, well. Come on, Tim. Now you're really good, Duster.
Well, don't go down there for sure.
This is like a greased pig he's trying to
too long.
walk. It's way too long. Perfect.
This is
No, there's both. It's hang
Look
on.
at my back.
Listen to Jack and Ryan laugh. Listen to them laugh.
It's so dumb and pink.
Hey, Jack, do you hear yourself?
I do, yeah, it was funny.
I mean,
Is the comments? Are they laughing or
I don't
they
know.
fell asleep?
There's a lull in there.
Kane said LOL.
Well, there you go.
There's a win there, obviously.
Everyone's laughing.
Let's get to Philly, where we know only good things have happened for the last 2 days. They are like, oh, jeez, guys.
Look,
What are we doing? Jeez. All right, point it up. That's better. Fellas, careful. Fireworks and booze. It's a great American combination, isn't it?
they need gloves.
Yeah, well, Jason Pierre-Paul should have.
Yeah.
Jeez. Ugh. Oh, yeah, that's riding the top of the subway.
That's not celebrating.
That's not terribly safe. Oh, imagine being a cop in Philly. Really, how many morons am I gonna have to like tell to sober up to?
How many?
Because you can't arrest them all. There's too many. Look at all these idiots. Jeez, I saw that one. It's just absolute carnage. This is awesome. Big music. Less smiles. Where'd you get Slow the horse move, please? Nice. With great success comes great responsibility. Song of the horn with tweaking. That's unbelievable. Jeez. Settle down. Don't tweak.
That's what you do with that. Going through the AM.
Do last call to untweak me from it. Oh. Ah, no. Don't loot the bank. Oh, you jerks.
Don't break stuff, guys. Come on.
Guys.
Come on, guys.
If you had a business down there, don't you think you'd have been smarter and maybe
Board them up.
yeah.
They're probably so used to it. Like, how different is that from any ordinary Sunday in Philly?
Or Tuesday?
Got glass insurance. I don't know. What else
Hell
have we
of a
got,
party.
Jack? We got Jack. Throw some other nonsense in there.
We've
Let's-
got raccoon and ski lift, Ryan.
Well, you know, it's Four Nations coming up. We're getting patriotic. This is how you intimidate the Americans if you see them.
Okay.
Oh, I
In
don't know.
Montreal.
We're becoming one. We don't want to.
Look at this, eh? You take your raccoon for a walk. Yeah, sure, he looks cuddly and cute.
Yes.
Sharp teeth. You eliminate a garbage lid in less than 2
Very
seconds.
Cunning.
They're
Also.
kidding.
That's the end of that video.
See you next unning.
You're still, and you're laughing at it, Jack. Like,
Yeah, like, that was.
It's a raccoon
We
and
probably didn't
raccoon
need
in a
that.
Four
street.
Nations. Yeah. What else do we got, Jack?
Well, how do you beat that? You always want to end on a high note,
Well,
right?
let's give it tough to beat that. That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, ski
Oh,
hill.
here we are. This is a tough day if someone's having here. It's probably cold and
Call 911.
Oh,
What the hell are they going to do?
jeez. Oh.
Mm,
Feel like you're going to get a refund, even though they made you sign that huge waiver
You're gonna
that's
get a
8 pages
casket.
long.
Dead.
at what point are you hopping off?
And what's the is 911 going to do at the top of
Exactly.
the ski hill? I called 911. Oh, great help. Thank
Thanks,
you.
buddy.
Can you give us your address? Can you give us your location? I think we're at the top of the mammoth
bull
chair.
The
Yeah.
poll says number 9.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I have no idea what you're saying.
Rumblefish. We're on Rumblefish.
Huh?
Well, we're close to being on. We're
Jackalope.
about
Right
20
where
feet atop
Jackalope
of
intersects with
Rumblefish.
Rumblefish. Yeah.
It's kitty corner.
Is that like the worst luck ever for it to
Yes.
stop there and then that
Yeah.
thing like explodes?
Yes, it is, Jack. Yeah.
What is that?
So that would be
Gas
some
line?
underwater pipes that they would use for snowmaking equipment.
probably
I'm
for-
guessing.
Making snow.
Don't you jump? That's not that far.
Well, that's what I was saying. How
It's
long
looking
do you
pretty
give it?
bald there.
Yeah, but some people are real stupid, Dean.
Yeah, it's true.
You want to break both your legs or give it
It's
another
the
20?
education
It's
system.
true. Yeah, for sure.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Thank you.
Is that it, Jack? That's it.
It's the two of you. That was.
Can't get that kind of stuff anywhere else, boys.
That's
Tell us about Village Honda, Ryan.
Great coffee, great people. Taking care of me in the body department.
Getting a small,
Lot of-
some body work done.
He was tweaking.
Small repair.
He's getting a tweak.
Yeah.
Remember when I got winter tires on and they performed so well that at the first stoplight they saw, the guy behind me ran into the back of my vehicle?
I do remember.
Stop
Yeah.
short.
That's going to get sorted out,
Nice.
which is great. Thank you very much for that.
They can do that for you.
Yeah.
Village Honda.
It's the insurance people that are the run around. Yeah, the
Weird.
Village people. We're ready. Just
Yeah.
as soon as they get their ass together. Get the coffee.
You want to do insurance?
Well, then we don't have to do anything.
Scam artist.
Your dealership for life. VillageHonda.com. Wonder how Anthony feels about this road goal. BS.
Anthony's full of confidence. He's down there.
He's like,
sipping
Rhett,
margaritas.
saying, let's win. Why would we be worried about losing?
Yeah,
Let's win.
we beat them.
Mhm.
Beat them again.
Just beat them again.
Give us
Away goals. Who
Goals.
cares?
Yeah,
We got lots of those.
Just beat him again.
Beat him again.
Tell Jami
Jami Wielden Jr.
that he should just win.
Yeah. Rhett says just win. I'll send that now.
And if he's going to trade somebody, get somebody better back.
Yes, that's important.
Service Credit Union wants you to know about the big share contest. It's on now. It's in full swing. Rolling right through until the end of April. April 30th, 2025 is when the contest ends. Skill test required. We have confidence in you. For rules, learn more. Service.ca/win. So what is it? It's the big share contest. Chance to win $1 million. But you need to be a customer. You need to be at Service Credit Union. Maybe you move your account over, you start saving money, and that's the key. Is it's not just about getting business or maintaining business, it's about you saving money.
That's
being
good.
smart with your dollars. Every $500 saved gives you 5 entries into the big share contest. You can double up your entries when you invest in a registered account like a TFSA or an RRSP. Get into a high yield savings account that's going to fast track those savings. Invest in a GIC. Many different ways to bump up those entries and potentially become $1 million richer with the big share contest and Service Credit Union. Service.ca/win is the website for that.
Like that /win part.
It's just
I
good.
would like Jack to sign up so that he could pay for the pizza finally.
Yeah, stop blowing his money on Crowchild Classic tickets.
I was going to buy pizza the other day.
Are we eating today? Are we going to team lunch today?
No,
No.
It's close.
Friday.
you're sick.
Friday? I got a big 1:30.
Oh yeah, you
He'll be sick.
Thursday.
Thursday's workout day.
Knocking on wood.
I'm not going to be
Tomorrow.
no, I feel great.
Sure you do.
But not today?
You're sick. I'm not.
Why not today? We're all here.
We have,
Because you're sick. I've
don't-
sat beside you long enough.
Not
Let's
sick.
wrap
I
it
feel
up.
Great.
That'll do it.
No, not that'll do it.
Could do it if you get going.
Yeah, I've been holding things up. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, once the raccoon thing happened, we
Yeah,
should
to get
yeah.
that in there. Before Nation start tomorrow, we got to use all the intimidating
It's
power
true.
we have.
Bet365.
Oh, I forgot to say. Sorry, Joe.
What'd you have, Dean?
Well, I do have Canada,
Oh,
so I like them a lot.
What are the odds in that?
Bet365, world's largest sports betting platform. Get that account open if you don't have one. It's super easy to do. And when you do sign up, use the promo code NATION. Get a little bit of, kind of.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
plus 140 for the Canadians to win the tournament.
I don't
Plus
have
150
Canada.
for the Americans.
Okay. Jax.
And as the leading scorer of the tournament, Connor McDavid paying plus 650. So you're telling me he's going to have better line mates, and he's already the best player in the world, and he's going to get plus 650 to have the most points at the end of the tournament?
What are they thinking here? What's the...
Well, there's a lot of guys that could do it, and some teams have high scoring games. Some teams want to play lower scoring, but he's McKinnon's behind him.
650?
Isn't that a big number? A little sprinkle there.
Who's the goaltender for the Swedes?
Gustafson will likely start. It could be Olmark, but I think it's definitely going to be Gustafson.
Because they have the over-under set at 6.
I've got yesterday. I took Canada minus 1.5.
Yeah.
It's actually once we get around the whole, they could be doing this better and that better. And I wish it was this time of year. And why don't they have it here? And why isn't this kind of here? I think we're going to have good hockey.
Well,
I'm really hopeful. If we don't, it's going to suck.
hockey.
And that's the only game tomorrow.
Yes. And the Americans and Finns Thursday. And
Gotcha.
a doubleheader on Saturday, Monday,
Yeah.
final games, and the final on Thursday.
It's quick.
And I think teams come back to skate a week today.
Oh, I'd be dreading that.
So it's the 18th, if I'm
What do
correct.
you mean?
that
I got to
they'll
go play in the
return to
NHL?
practice.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I'm so glad it's the off season now. I played so much hockey, and now the intensity of this tournament.
I've
It's gonna be
put
nice
on
to get a what?
10.
Gosh, everyone told me it would be too hot in Mexico over the offseason. This is great. What? We're not in the off season?
I didn't know you could put on 10 pounds in 2 days.
Impressive work.
10.
This
a lot.
damn all you can eat.
I know. And of course, let's not end the show without telling you about the Super Chat. During the course of the program in the YouTube chat, a little cash donation will go directly to the Youth Centers of Calgary. Plus, we will show your message, question, thought on the show. We have a few coming in today. Stu, $5. The new Rhett mullet. Nice look, buddy.
Give us a turn. Give us a head turn.
Give us a spin. Now,
Wow.
he's saying mullet. We don't know what's up under that. It could all be one
How
like that.
business
I
is
got a
the
lot
time.
of flow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's not terribly mullety. It's not a mullet, though.
No?
It is longer in the back than it is at the front.
I feel like you're kind of through when people, because I can't grow hair, at least not on my head. The awkward stage where it's kind of, it's longer than you're past that.
It's long.
You're into it.
I'd buy Rhett.
Congratulations.
Well, I got it cut in December and I hadn't cut it
Yeah.
since Kipper's thing.
Your leather jacket.
Yeah.
God, thought you lost, but you found it.
Great. But
God, you look good.
this is
didn't
your
you?
year.
Well, that was last year.
2025. Year of the mullet. $269 for Eric.
Again with the 269.
It's a little chintzy, Eric.
Come on, Eric. Get off your
Easy
wallet.
dub for Canada.
It's for the
Let's
kids.
go, boys.
It's nothing easy in this world, Eric.
Guess he's talking about that game tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
That's some Four Nations excitement.
Facing off.
Yeah. We're excited for it.
Oh.
Ho! Guys, we better order in some food because we're going to be here for a bit. Unbiased Homer came through with a $50 bill.
50.
All right.
Let's talk trades today, fellas.
Okay.
Flames aren't bottoming out with this ownership. Kadri plus more for Necas. Coleman goes home plus more for Stankoven. He's a Texas guy. Bowen Byram. These guys help them be good in a few years instead of 5 to 10 like the future or picks.
Why is
These guys help them be good in a few years
Instead of 5 to 10 years.
5
like
to
the
10
futures
years like
would.
the futures would.
I don't think you're getting Necas for Kadri.
No, you certainly aren't. The plus more in brackets would be a lot more.
And
Yeah, I feel like Colorado's pretty happy
Coleman
with him
for
right now.
Stankoven doesn't seem.
I don't know they want to do that.
How much plus more do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a lot more.
These would all really be good Flames trades. Because to Ryan's point, they'd be getting
Win the
better
trades,
players back
yes.
than who they're trading
If you
away.
can give a guy away and someone you get back is better. But
Yeah.
do that deal.
I like it.
Yeah.
This Homer guy's onto things.
Yeah.
We'll let Connie know.
Actually, you know what? Cancel lunch. This is a quick chat.
Yeah.
There's not a lot.
Jack, unorder those pizzas.
No, I don't want to be. It's a $50 deal here.
Oh,
Guy came
thank
through.
you
He's
to
a friend of the
Unbiased
show.
Homer.
He did.
We appreciate it.
And I don't want to get too deep into it because I was thinking as we were talking about the whole, here's how you get good. You get bottom out, high picks, stars, that whole thing.
He's saying go get young players rather than first rounders.
And again, I feel like I'm pinning this on you, but you
Thank
have
you.
also been, we brought up players and even going back to this trade they made with Philadelphia, you guys that are 25 years old right now. What's the
not true.
appetite?
I think
or-
Zegers is a unique spot because his contract is up pretty quick and he's already getting paid. A guy like Cousins, for example, is locked in for 7 more years.
It's going to be cheap.
Go get chips. He won't be cheap as chips. They'll probably ask for first plus someone like Zeri or Coronado.
No, his cost
contract.
salary.
Yeah, it's been 7 plus for another 7 plus years.
Pittance. Some of your pittance.
Yeah, look, I think
Unless he can't play.
you
That's-
absolutely want to keep adding guys that are young and heading into their prime.
But what if they aren't good?
Then yeah, same with the draft picks. You want the good ones,
Right.
That's the whole rub here.
So
If you don't know how to evaluate talent, it really doesn't matter the path.
The
you
point
take.
here is you would have a better idea about guys like Bowen Byram or Dylan Cousins than
maybe.
you would.
I don't really have any idea where Trevor Zegras or Dylan Cousins are going to be in 3 years. To be fair,
Do some homework.
well, I mean, is it a slam dunk that they return to their form of 21-year-old versions of themselves or 20-year-old versions? I don't know. Are they going to be way better? I don't know. It's just weird when you see a guy in that age band go backwards. That's probably the only reason guys would be available anyway. I don't know. You're only going to see probably distressed assets if they're under 25 and really high skill guys. on the market. Everyone else is just like, nope, we're keeping them. Thanks, though.
Yeah, and you got to go find the diamonds in the rough.
Go find a guy that needs neck surgery. Go get him.
Shine bright like a diamond. That's what you need those guys to do. Is that it?
Any more, Jack?
Jack, give us a super chat.
He's sleeping.
He is.
God, he's just...
No, that's it.
What's going on over there?
You all right?
We have a guest.
What do you mean?
We have a broadcasting student coming in today to get some work done.
Oh,
Is that right?
Yeah.
so it's no one I want to see.
No one
No.
that you know, I don't think. No. Because
Got
it won't be a
Well,
wonderful
okay.
interaction.
So thank you to everybody for jumping in the super chat today. I hope we gave $50 worth there.
I
Didn't mean to be cheeky.
You know what? Maybe it's the kids. That's why he's
Like the Stankoven thing.
I think he'd be one of the
If you go back to the Tanev deal, it'd be great to get him there.
you'd love to, but
But
you
it
understand
is-
them not having any interest in moving Stankoven.
I feel like they know what they've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like him a lot, and he's cheap still.
And they really could use a guy at the time like Tanev. Coleman, he is from there. I'm not sure where he would play on that team.
He'd probably be a
Depth
third line checking
wise.
winger like he has been his
Yeah.
whole career.
You'd be like, maybe Stankoven.
You know what? Unbiased Homer. Just keep those fingers crossed.
Yeah,
for
I mean-
the gauntlet run to go the right way for you. Then I don't know if we're getting those guys that you named, but there might be trades.
Yeah, trades are fun.
Yep.
Go get some more young guys.
Youth.
The Utes.
Farabees and Frosts.
The Utah Utes.
Keep picking them up. The F troop.
I don't know. I'd like someone better. Those two are duds.
Didn't take long, did it?
That'll probably
Before he says something else.
no. I'm talking. Look, I did the Pinder Report.
We had lots of time for that question.
No, tomorrow.
Unbiased Homer.
Tomorrow I got a question. We'll have noodles, I guess. Should check in.
He's
might
probably
be,
vacationing.
he might be, hammered right up on
In a
messages.
banana hammock on a beach somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. He'd be a fun guy to go to a
All inclusive.
all-inclusive
Just
with,
chatting
eh?
up everyone.
He's like, he doesn't shut up. I can't.
Yeah.
Got your table at the back, Red. It's perfect. I know they
Wow,
can't see it. It's
Noodler's
perfect.
awesome. I saw the Noodler on a YouTube clip the other day.
Really?
Yeah, youthful in his Flames gear.
Oh, really?
Was he doing a demo or something, or what was he doing?
No, it's from years ago when
Yeah.
he was a Flame.
Oh, so he was just being interviewed? I see. When you said it was useful, I thought maybe he was giving some tips.
Youthful,
Youthful. See?
Useless. Youthful.
I gotta go get my I gotta go to the hearing loss clinic and get my headphones.
yeah.
Clear,
Do it.
mine are
Do that
clearly
later.
inferior to yours. Well, Jack, good job today, bud.
Well done. Should we talk about Frank's show?
Yep. Tell us about Frank's show, Jack. Go get it.
Here's the graphic.
Oh, the graphic.
Here's the graphic.
Here's the graphic.
What time's the show on, Jack?
10 a.m. Mountain
Beautiful. Love that.
every weekday,
Love it.
February 20th or February 10th to 20th,
Mhm.
Yeah.
What year would you say it is?
2025.
That's great. That's
The
this
Daily Face-Off Show live crew is hitting the road and going live on location from Four Nations, bringing you exclusive coverage straight from the tournament. From February 10th to 20th, they've got live shows every day, breaking down every weekday. Bunch of
hacks.
breaking down the biggest stories, key matchups, and all the action as it unfolds. They'll be watching some of the league's best players go head to head,
Put a question
representing
mark
their countries, battling for international glory in a tournament packed with intensity and high-stakes hockey. Don't miss a second. Subscribe to the Daily Face-Off YouTube channel and follow all social platforms to stay locked in. They'll be bringing you insider analysis, on-the-ground coverage, and maybe even a little chaos.
Mhm.
Because let's be real, it's international hockey. Daily Face-Off live on location from Four Nations, February 10 to 20th. I'm
Good.
guessing presented by Bet365 and JP Wisers.
Good guess.
Who
That's
is
good,
calling
guys.
me from Lethbridge? Don't you know I'm
Oh.
doing a hugely popular
Well, and you're from
podcast right now?
Lethbridge. Don't
It's bullshit, is what that is.
Lethbridge.
You're talking about Lethbridge or that Frank show?
I don't know.
Lethbridge.
Got it.
Great read, Dean.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's why
I haven't
they
caught any yet. It's
bring in
the,
the pros.
it's the 11th, and it started on the 10th, and it's a weekday. I bet you they're doing one today
Well, at least they get the weekends off.
because there's no games on the weekends.
There's 2 on Saturday.
Oh,
What?
shoot. What? That would seem like a real day to do one.
Yeah, especially since you'll
You know what
probably
that
know
is?
the elimination scenarios for Monday. Yeah.
That is some barn burner work ethic.
That is what we call a boondoggle, children.
That is some real, they're taking their cues. I like that.
It's the BBWE, the barn burner work ethic.
Right? See the impact that we've had?
Yeah, it's really
Okay, so
rubbing
it's
off.
the weekend, and a lot of people are off, so they would have time to watch the
Yeah,
content.
2 games.
They're not at work. 2 games. Canada, US.
Oh, baby.
Fuck it.
See you Monday.
See you, buddies.